Early shit. I love his early stuff.
Yeah, I felt like there's something about Eddie Murphy when he was skinny
Uh,
that was that that made him funny, that made him charismatic and raw. Like once he started gaining weight and started putting on muscle, it was like he became like he had like dad humor.
right. Yeah. Because I know I remember when he started doing like the Nutty Professor and Doctor Doolittle. Like he had some kids that were young, and he was doing it for like his younger kids so that they can be able to watch his movies in the theater. Because like the stuff he was doing before then was like raw and delirious and Berlioz Cop, and they couldn't watch it. So
Yeah,
like for a minute, like he got caught up doing the PG kids rated stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Daddy song, was it Daddy song or something like that? It was called Daddy
Eddie
Daycare or something like that.
Eddie Murphy turned out to be the very thing that he criticized Bill Cosby
Right,
for
right.
wanting him to be.
Yeah. So see, like the Cosby stuff, like I don't know the Cosby like raunchy stuff. Like I my introduction to Cosby was like Fat Albert and the Cosby Show and he did Ghost. Was it Ghost Dad?
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah,
bad
when he
movie.
did like a Ghost Dad and the crappy films. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But that was my era of Cosby. Like anything raunchy that he did, I wasn't around for that.
my Ghost Dad is one of those movies where Hollywood would greenlight anything because you're
Yeah,
so big and you're so bankable. That
right.
was a god awful movie.
Yeah, you know what I'm
So
saying?
like the Bill Cosby that I like the most was when he did a piece of the action in Uptown Saturday
Yeah,
Night with Sidney Poitier.
yes.
Like dude grew a full beard. It
Right,
was he like his humor and his style of manner was like somebody that was like your uncle or your cool ass big brother. Like
right,
Cosby Show is more like your grandfather.
right. Yeah, like I didn't watch Uptown Saturday Night till like when I got cable. Like they had like some of those movie stations would show like the old films and they would they would show that. But yeah, that was like a classic, one of the best. Maybe I want to say the best Cosby film. Him and Sidney Poitier, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And that was like my era of Cosby. But like when people talk about the raunchy stuff, I'm like, I didn't know he did raunchy shit because I wasn't there for that. That wasn't my intro to him.
Yeah, that was before my time. Like
Right,
if like to me, like I was looking at the reels. Was it Real Black? It's
right.
a YouTube channel called Real Black. It has like a lot of archival
Wow.
uh, movies from the '60s and '70s,
Right,
interviews from Hollywood stars of that period.
right,
And Bill Cosby, he's narrating a Black history uh, TV show,
right,
but he was talking about contemporary race relations in very real uh, ways. Like it was much more informed and much more in touch with the community than he was in 2004.
right.
When he did the infamous pound cake lecture at I think it was at some university in Atlanta.
Mm,
But if you look at Bill Cosby in the '70s, he was hip, he was cool, he looked and sounded like you know like a cool ass black man that you would want to have a beer with.
right.
anything after like uh uh his movies with Sidney Poitier, he just seemed like ultra conservative, ultra lecture, uh, ultra preachy.
Right.
Feel and I'm sure he was always a philanthropist, but uh, the one thing about the Cosby Show, that sometimes there were episodes where the message was so direct and uh, so in your face. It didn't leave a lot to the imagination.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
you
You
got to
know,
go to
like.
school. You gotta,
Mm,
you gotta budget when you grow up. You gotta, you gotta go to college. You gotta, do this. You gotta do that. And I'm sure, and I'm not knocking it, but sometimes, uh, that was like that's like a minor
right.
observation.
Yeah, and I knew like Cliff Huxtable. That's how I knew him. I knew him as Cliff, and when he was writing books at one point. Like I remember getting he wrote a book called Fatherhood, and he
Hmm.
was like writing about like him being a dad, and I remember getting that from my grandfather for Father's Day that year when that book came out, and my grandfather was a huge Bill Cosby fan. Like he loved Bill Cosby. If he was still living now, he would say Cosby could do no wrong. They lying on him. You know what I'm saying? So I knew him as that. Like I didn't know him as like the raunchy comedian.
Hmm. Yo, the grandfather that played on the Cosby Show.
Uh
I felt like he should have gotten more scenes.
yeah.
I
I,
wish he
I
would. Like the way he would like I always liked his style of manner. Like
right,
I like the way he dressed. Like he dressed. He was a grandfather, but he like I don't know how to describe it, but he dressed like a grandfather is supposed to dress.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I
Like
mean, he had his own style of dress. I mean,
yeah,
he loved sweaters. You
what?
know.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the not Bill Cosby. I'm talking
Mm.
about the actor that played Theo's grandfather and
Oh,
Cliff's father.
okay. I forgot
Not
his name on the show.
uh damn.
He was Cliff's parents. Him and the old lady.
Yeah, I could look it up real quick.
Yeah,
Cosby show.
and I've seen him in other things
Earl
too.
Hyman.
Right, I've seen him in other stuff also.
Russell Huxtable.
That's right. That's who he was. Right.
Yo, the way he dressed, he dressed like a grown man.
Hmm.
I don't know, does that make sense?
Well, I
Like
mean,
sometimes, like when I see when I see some black men in the streets just
mm,
out and about, I'm like, you really left the house looking like that? Like that's what I'm thinking. Like, yo, I love like the way he dressed with the
mm,
sports coat and the collared shirt with
right.
the slacks, the loafers. Like,
That's
yo,
that's how my grandfather dressed.
when I get that age,
Mhm.
I'm dressing like that.
They were. My grandfather was strictly into Italian designer shoes because he went overseas. He worked on the ship, and that's what he was into. He was not into sneakers or slides. And I think if he was alive now, he would have wore some slides because he was into his slippers, but he was not into sneakers. Every day was shoes for him, whether it was winter, spring, summer, fall. That's how he dressed, and he had his fedora hat. And I think older people they have like they set in their ways when it at a certain age when it comes to clothes and stuff. So
Mhm.
you're not gonna be able to convince them to wear anything different at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me, if I live to see 70, I'm gonna still be rocking my Pumas and my Jordans and shit, man. You're not gonna get me to
Mm,
wear some 4-piece suit. It's not happening.
for me, if God willing, I live that long,
Mm,
I'm definitely going to be wearing some wingtip shoes with the slacks,
right.
with the uh with the European cut
Mm.
belts, sports jacket.
You going all out, huh?
I'm gonna look very grandfatherly.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm going to look like I'm going to look like a distinguished gentleman.
I feel
Like when
you.
you
I feel you there.
like when you see me out and
Uh,
about, you know that I'm a grown. Like you know that I dress like I dress like I want to project
right,
that I am
right,
uh
right.
like I'm a distinguished gentleman. Like
I
I'm
feel
not.
you on that. Detroit player, you. Detroit slick.
Yeah, I mean, God bless. God bless the 70 and 80 year olds.
Uh,
Wearing jumpsuits and sneakers. But
right.
if I once I get that age, man, I'm dressing just like Russell Huxtable. I'm dressing just like my grandfather. I'm dressing just like my father. I like I'm addressing my age. I
I
got
feel
no
you.
problem with that.
Uncle's good.
Are we talking about Jim Jones?
No, we're talking about we talking about Bill Cosby, and then we got into like the Cosby Show and how like Russell Huxtable, Cosby's father, how he dressed on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
we were talking about like how like black men of that period, like they look like grown ass men, with the sports coat, with the slacks, the European cut belts, the wingtip shoes, like
Right,
the fedoras.
right.
Like I was saying, like I thought Russell Huxtable was more, he was more stylish. It had more sweat, you know, for lack of a better term, he looked more sharp than his own son Cliff.
Right,
I mean, like if you look at the way Russell dressed, he made his own son look slovenly.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Unc gonna dress like that when he's like 70. He's gonna still rock his two gold chains and you know what I mean?
Right. I think I dress like that now,
Uh-huh.
but just not for the content creation space.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like in the content creation space, I'm at home where nobody can see we but us basically
right.
or whoever. But in public, yeah, I'm more periwinkle and tweed, casual shoe type.
Yeah.
Unless it's like errand day, then I'll be more sporty. But
Right.
um, yeah,
Cosby had his own swag. Like every week you saw him with like a different sweater.
I feel like the first, maybe the first two seasons,
Yeah.
Cliff he dressed pretty sharp. Like he had like the episode when he went to confront Theo about his bad grades.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that. I like that suit. I like the slacks,
Right.
like the sweater, like the sweater vest,
Mm-hmm.
and underneath with the collar shirt. Like that looks fly. Like
Right.
I got that in my closet somewhere.
I remember the episode. I don't remember what he was wearing though.
Because the acting and the message, it was so much more important the way he was wearing. But
Right.
but looking back, I think like the first two seasons,
Mm.
Cliff dressed like he gave a damn about
Right.
how he came across. Like after like seasons 3 and 4, he was like, "Fuck it,
Facts.
I'm gonna wear whatever the fuck I want to wear." I'm Bill Cosby. I got the #1 show on television. I'm earning millions for NBC. I'm earning millions on the back end.
Yep.
I got executive producing spinoff shows. Like I'm gonna just dress like I'm retired,
Facts.
which he could have did. He could have retired way back then.
That's true. That's true. You just gave me another idea for a show. You gave me another idea for a show. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
You know. Um. Yeah, man. Like, yo, NFL season about to start tomorrow, bro.
yep.
Oh, I can't wait. I
Yo,
cannot wait.
before we
Mm,
I just before we begin,
mm,
I just read, I think it was on Yahoo, that the New York Giants been selling a minority stake in the team to the Koch family.
Mm.
The wife of David Koch is buying a minority stake for like $10 billion.
Uh,
Like you hear
who
about
the hell is
this?
David Koch? I don't even know who these people are. Who's David Koch?
I thought he was. I wonder if he's any relation. If Ed Koch is related.
Oh God, Ed Koch was a terrible mayor here.
Yeah.
If anybody remember Ed Koch when he was mayor here back in the 80s,
Yeah.
you know.
Apparently, he was
Mm.
an American businessman and a chemical engineer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Giants already selling ownership before the season starts?
Yeah, it's going to go to the NFL for approval next month.
Mm.
I think like an arbitrator has to make sure that the deal is fair for both sides, something like that.
Right. I need them to sell off Russell Wilson. Like, you know what I'm saying? All I've seen from this dude is like partying around the city. He was at the U.S. Open finals on Sunday, and I've just seen him party around the whole city with his wife. And I'm like, yo, like, what is he actually doing? Is he practicing for the season or what? You know?
Yeah, I'm reading it in the New York. Like I went to the NewYorkPost.com and it says a new family reportedly is on the verge of joining the Giants ownership group for the first time in 34 years.
Wow.
Investor Julia Koch and other members of the billionaire Koch family have agreed to buy a minority stake in the Giants. Bloomberg first reported Wednesday the deal is for 10% of the franchise at a record valuation of $10 billion. A sale cannot be finalized until it is presented to other NFL owners at a meeting in October.
Wow. Well, I just hope they bring some new, fresh blood in to set this team back on course. I feel like we're on the right path, but I still feel like we need some weapons offensively. And if bringing in, Koch's wife is going to do that, then it's all good. I welcome it, but they gotta decide what to do with Russell. If Russell Wilson don't play good in the first 3 games, I would bench him and start Jackson Dort. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I feel like Russell Wilson going to play like crap for us. I really do. I'm not getting championship vibes from him right now.
Yep, but just on the new ownership, if once the deal is finalized and Julia Koch, has a minority stake, that would mean that was it Brian DeBoer, like he's even on a greater, like the leash is going to get even tighter on him.
And it should. Like you took us to the playoffs once with Daniel Jones, who was a starter with the Colts now. I can't not believe that. So, but I feel like we need to have a winning season, or at least be competitive in our division, so that we can sniff up maybe a wild card spot. You know what I'm saying? Like if they go like 8-8, I'll be fine with that, because at least they were competitive.
But the thing is though, like that's kind of a tough ask, because if the NFC North is just like last season,
right?
The wild card spots are going to be eaten up by teams in the NFC North.
But I feel like there's some game they're saying we have the toughest schedule. I feel like there's some games on that schedule that we can win. Like starting with the Commanders, I feel like the Commanders could be beat. If we play a close, tough game with them, we could beat the Commanders. I don't feel like they could blow us out. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it could go either way. Even like the Chargers, I'm like, the Chargers is good, but they can be beat. They're not like world beaters. You know, and they open up the season in Brazil against Kansas City on Friday. That's a Friday game. I've never seen an opening a season game for the NFL on a Friday. Right. So that they have to travel
Friday?
from,
really big, like like the Friday's going to be the first game for the NFL.
Right after tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the Eagles and Dallas, and then Friday is Kansas City and Chargers in Brazil. So they have to travel from Los Angeles to Sao Paulo. That's like what, like 6,000 miles?
Shit.
Yeah, it's about
But like going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? So that's an AFC divisional game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a huge game for them, and they got to travel to Brazil for that game. You know?
They probably already there.
Yeah, they did, but it's like already, like week one, this is what we're doing in Brazil. You know, so I feel like like by the time the Chargers get back to the States and we play them, it's like they're gonna still be jet lagged. I'm like, yeah, we could beat them. You know.
But if y'all lose to them, will you be disappointed?
No, because it's the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers have a good team. They have a good team, so I wouldn't be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Like if we got blown out or if it was a close game and we still lost, I wouldn't be disappointed. But I want this team to show the fans like, yo, like they're in the right direction. Like they made all these moves. You got to show the fan base now that, yo, like y'all are serious about winning again. It's not about, stockpiling draft picks. That they trying to at least, if not win the division, at least be a wild card. You know?
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the team. I just feel like offensively, we need more. We need more weapons offensively. You know what I mean? The one dynamic weapon that we had is gone. He went to Philly. So we don't have a dynamic running back. I feel like we needed that. If we had a dynamic running back and we had Neighbors, we had a chance. We only got Neighbors right now. I don't have confidence in the running game. I don't have confidence in the tight end or the other receivers.
I hate to say this, but if the Giants can establish a decent running game, Russell Wilson, he's going to get his ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Behind
that's what I'm saying, because he's not the same Russell Wilson that he was in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like that. How good is that offensive line to keep him upright? Because if it's not, he's going to be sacked a lot of times.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect from them. I'm just hoping for the best, but I really couldn't tell you what they're going to be this year because I don't know.
I mean, the first two, like week one is against the Commanders,
right?
Then week two at the Cowboys.
I feel like both of them we could win, yo. I really, with all the drama going on in Dallas right now, I really feel like we can win both of those games, at least if not one.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not even, with Michael Parsons being traded from Dallas to Green Bay, I'm not even sweating, Michael Parsons with Green Bay, because that's going to be a learning curve for him, no matter how great he is.
Right.
Like he has to learn a new system, and I doubt that he's going to even be, playing week one against us anyway.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like if we can go 1-on-1 in the first two games, I'll be satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? I would love it for them to, in a perfect world, I would love for them to beat both the Commanders and the Cowboys. But if we could go 1-on-1, I'm good with that.
I mean, that was set up. If the Giants can go, they could beat the Commanders and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Then week 3 is against the Chiefs. If you lose to the Chiefs, it's not going to look as bad.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
They're going to definitely be a different team this year. After getting spanked in the Super Bowl, they're going to definitely be different. They got something to prove, especially Kelsey. Kelsey had a terrible season last year, so he's engaged now. They learned from. I'm hoping they learned from the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to be out for revenge. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder, and like what Stephen A was saying, like until somebody can beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC, they still got to be the favorites this year.
But how long can Patrick Mahomes play at this level? Because I
think as long as he's healthy, I think he can play like that for the rest of his career.
But you saw in the Super Bowl,
mm-hmm.
that funny running style that he has when he
right.
escapes the pocket,
right?
He's like he's not going to be able to run like that forever. Where he's
Right.
dancing like a ballet, running like a ballet dancer.
Mhm.
Like he's not going to be able to do that forever. Like he's going to have to throw more from the pocket eventually.
Right. They still got Tariq. Not Tariq Hill. They got what's the dude? Kareem Hunt. He's coming back. They signed another running back that they had before, and he's back on the team. And he was like, I think he was like a third or fourth string running back on their team. So they got him again. And I expect Travis Kelce to have a big season this year, because last year was his worst season, and I really feel like he's gonna bounce back. And then you got Rashid Rice coming back sometime. I want to say in October he'll be back. But I as long as Mahomes can stay healthy, I feel like that's the team to beat. Until everybody says every year, I always say Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen year. It's Lamar Jackson year, and both of them can't beat Patrick Mahomes. And until they can beat Kansas City, they're not going to the Super Bowl. That is the team to beat. I'm even hearing about Denver. I'm like, oh, Denver. People feel like Denver's got a big season.
Oh, I think big for them was like what, 2 more wins.
I'm like, Denver, but like, really? Sean Payton's team, y'all feel like they're gonna be a threat to Kansas City?
Xavier Worthy, he got a lot to prove to me.
Right.
Like he had a down year last season, and then you got Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right. And how good is the San Diego gonna be? I keep saying San Diego. Los Angeles Chargers. How good is the Chargers gonna be?
Well, Justin Herbert, like he's going to have to take that. He's going to have to make a leap at some point.
Right.
Like right now, the first couple of seasons in the league, he had a lot of turnover at coach.
Mm-hmm.
But now, you got, somebody, that can coach offense, that knows how to establish an offense.
Right.
Like at some point, he has to, win a game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They can make the playoffs, but can you win?
Can they win
in the playoffs?
Right. And they got weapons. Quentin Jackson. They got my man on running back. Is it Dobbs from Baltimore? Mm-hmm. He's over there now. I think he's like their starting running back. They got re-signed Keenan Allen for like a year contract. So they got weapons, but again, it's like, are they really going to be a threat to Kansas City?
Yeah, I mean that remains to be seen. But
and I'm like, I feel like at this point we can predict who's going to be in the playoffs, and maybe there'll be like a surprise team. But I as good as the Bills is and the Ravens, they got to be able to beat Kansas City when it matters. Not in the regular season, but in the playoffs, in the elements in Kansas City. And they haven't done it. So I'm like, why is it like people have? I saw a ranking where Stephen A had the Ravens over the Chiefs, and correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Ravens lose to the Chiefs? How the Chiefs behind the Ravens? Like he had his top 5 teams. He had the Lions at 5. He had Buffalo at 4. He had the Chiefs at 3. He had the Ravens at 2, and the Eagles at 1. I'm like, the Chiefs should be behind the Eagles.
Yeah, and Stephen A. producers need to do a better job, bro. Because Stephen A. came up with that.
Yeah. They were giving them hell for that, because they were like Mad Dog was like, how the hell do you have the Chiefs number 3 and the Ravens are in front of them?
Yeah, he wilding, bro.
And it's going to take more than Derrick Henry, to beat Kansas City.
Right. It is. And they have the weapons, but it's like, y'all remember the playoff game last year when the Ravens played Buffalo and Mark Andrews drops the touchdown in the end zone.
Yep.
Why didn't I talk about that?
That's a damn good question.
You know what I'm saying? And he's a great tight end. Like he's one of their main weapons. I'm like, yo, like he dropped the pass in the end zone. If he had made that, they would have won that game.
He's getting a pass for dropping the pass.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, yo, I don't know. And then that's they're gonna have to use him too because Isaiah likely is out with an injury, so he's gonna be out for like the first couple of weeks.
Pacheco,
But they got two dynamic tight ends on that team.
Yeah, I mean, but Pacheco, man, that's if he ain't playing, that's a.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, they still got Kareem Hunt, but
right.
Isaiah Pacheco, I mean, he can really, he can really keep defenses honest.
Oh yeah, I was watching the Chiefs have like a little reality show called The Kingdom, and it's on ESPN actually shows it. I've seen a couple episodes and they were talking about like when Kareem Hunt he had gotten into like a altercation with a woman like a couple years ago, and they end up like they kicked him off the team, and then they brought him back. Like I think it was like a year or two later they brought him back on it because he was with Cleveland at one point, and then they brought him back and he lived up to like he realized he made his mistakes and he came back and he was like a important piece of the team, and so they kept him since that whole incident or whatever. So they still have him. He still plays. Like he had a good season last year. So hopefully he's healthy and he'll be a major part in that offense while Rashid Rice is serving his month-long time in jail. And when he come back, he's going to be suspended by the NFL. I think they said like 6 games, so he should be back after week 6.
Right.
And by then, who knows where they'll be at? Maybe they'll be in first place, or I don't know. Rashawn, salute.
Well, shit. Let's see. Week 6 for the Chiefs. Oh, that was we play the Chiefs week 6.
Oh, the Lions?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going
October 12th, Sunday.
That gotta be a primetime game.
It is. It's on Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
On NBC.
That's that. I got Mahomes is my starting QB. I got Mahomes and I got Brock Purdy. But Mahomes is my QB1, so I'm starting him for the majority of the season unless he gets injured.
Right.
The Lions, I don't have nobody on the Lions this year.
Yo, do I have a fantasy team?
I thought you made your fantasy team with Coach.
But that was basketball?
Football.
No, that was basketball.
Oh, that was basketball. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That team is. I drafted all Knicks just to see what the Knicks will do in fantasy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But like when you draft like a lot of players on the same team, if they have a night off, that's half of your team right there.
I know. But I'm doing it for blowing scares though.
I try not to do that. Like unless it's like major pieces from like one team, I try not to draft like a lot of players from like one team.
I don't care, bro. I like the greatest show on turf. I'd have drafted all of them and just.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just took that L that bye week. That bye week, I just took that L. Like if I would draft all the Detroit Lions right now. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown, like any team with a quarterback that throw a lot of 4,600 yards.
Right.
I'm getting Jared Goff, all the weapons and all that, and then. On them bye weeks, I just sit back and take that L, bro. I already know. I just sit back and smoke a cigarette. I already know that's gonna be a tight week. But all the other weeks, though, you know what I'm saying? All the other weeks is gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah. Yep. I got from the Knicks. I got Mitchell Robinson actually got off of waivers. Nobody got him.
No man.
Nobody drafted him. Nobody tried to get him. I'm like, he's on waivers. Let me pick him up because he's going to be good for me in rebounds and blocks.
Yeah.
And I got I got who else I got off of Knicks? I think I got Josh Hart. He's my starting shooting guard.
Wow.
But he can play multiple positions. And I got Clay Thompson also because Clay gives me threes, and he was on the waiver. I'm like, yo, let me pick up Clay now. I got Clay Thompson as my other shooting guard. But the majority of my team is I have LeBron, I have Durant, I got Lauri Markkanen for my forwards.
What's the name of that team? The old folks home?
Nah, what you mean? It's the old folks home. What you talking about? They all gonna give LeBron. LeBron is still in his prime. He still could give you 30 and 10.
Yeah, LeBron can give you 30.
And Durant, when Durant is healthy, he gonna give you his points.
Yeah.
You know, Lauri Markkanen is gonna be a star. He's just on a bad team.
Yeah.
You know, I got Steph and I got Ja Morant as my point guards. And then I got my backup point guards. I got Jalen Suggs from Orlando, and I got Van Fleet from Houston.
Yeah.
And my centers I'm worried about because I didn't get like really good centers in the draft. I got what's his name? John Collins. That's his name.
Yeah,
From the Clippers.
I thought Markkanen was a center. No.
Well, yeah, I think he's just a power forward.
Oh,
I don't think he plays center.
That's whack. See, because if you could have got him at the 4 and 5,
I know. I got Nurkic. He's in Utah also. I got Nurkic. I got what's his name? I picked up Bobby Portis off of waivers because he plays power forward and center, and he's gonna be like their sixth man from Milwaukee off the bench.
Okay.
And I got Mitch at center, and so my centers I'm worried about. Like I just hope that they can give me like not the points, but it could give me like everything else: the steals, the blocks, the rebounding. I got enough points coming from LeBron and Durant and stuff anyway.
Okay.
You know. But I was surprised to see like Mitchell Robinson on the waiver and Klay Thompson.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, Jordan Clarkson is out there. I might pick him up too, depending on how he does during the season. Because I know what he can give you points. Like he's a scorer off the bench, you know, and he can start also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's out there. Everybody else is basically going like a lot of the Knicks bench is on the waiver too. So you know. Rocky, you play fantasy basketball?
Nah, I don't play any fantasy at all.
I wish it's fun, bro. Like just like drafting like the superstars and then getting your bench together and you almost gotta like predict what they're gonna do for like each opponent or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they go by category. So like for football, like you're gonna have like you gotta pick like a team defense. And then there's like leagues where if you pick your defense, you got to go by position. But I don't do that. I did that like early. But I just go by like the team defense. I just pick like I got the Eagles defense this season. You know what I'm saying? So I got their defense. I know their defense gonna be good. And then
so you don't go by individual players.
I used to do that, but it's like I'm not really a defensive guy. Like I'm more offense. Mm-hmm. But unless it's like a defense where like I know like the majority of the defensive plays, I just go by like the team defense. I'm like, yo, like the Eagles defense gonna be good, Detroit defense gonna be good. You know, last year I had Kansas City, but Kansas City wasn't they were like in a lot of close games, so they wasn't giving me a lot of points because of the defense wasn't stopping nobody like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I try to go for like the defenses where it's like you can't really score a lot of points on the defense, you know. And then they go by position, like you know, you could have two quarterbacks and like two receivers, and then a tight end and like two running backs, and then they got like your bench. You can add anybody, you know, to the bench. So if you want like another tight end or a third quarterback or a third receiver, running back, you can do that, and then you got to get a kicker. You know, but yeah, it's been I've been playing fantasy league for like 20 years already.
Yeah, man. Me too. Yeah. Off and on for about 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like just about every sport. Like even when the WWE used to have like a fantasy league for like their wrestlers, and I used to play that on the website, and then they got rid of it. But I've done like even the college bracket for NCAA March Madness, and I played I mean, the baseball league I lost this year, but baseball has been the hardest one. Like to do that one, it's been that to me is like been the toughest league. But the NFL and NBA is like my favorites. I even tried the hockey league last year also. That was different. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun just to like play against other people and see who they got on their teams, and you can trade. Somebody offered me a trade for Laurie Markkinen today. I'm like, nah. Who he wanted? I was like, nah. I don't want him. I'm keeping Laurie. You got to give me something better than just. I think he offered me Jalen Johnson. I'm like, no. Laurie Markkinen is better than him.
Yeah, right. Right.
I'm like, nah, you got to give me something else. Like throw in another star. You got to give me like 2 stars and I'll give you Laurie, baby. But it'd be crazy. Like they be coming up like crazy trades for you.
Right.
Do you know that the like Red Zone is no longer going to be commercial free?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, man. Like the greed. The greed is is very again. It's like you pay like that was the point of Red Zone is that you can see touchdowns without commercials. You can see it without the constant sideline reporting or the constant interruptions from the studio people. Man, yeah. Like if I was a Red Zone subscriber, I would immediately drop it. Because the thing about it, man, you can go on Twitter and you can look up touchdown scores quicker than you could Red Zone.
That's another thing. They got all these like stations for like football and basketball coming. So I didn't even realize that basketball is going to CBS. Is it CBS or is it NBC again?
I heard it was NBC.
It might be NBC again. Yeah, like I didn't realize NBA is coming back to NBC.
Are they going to bring back the old theme song?
I don't know. I don't even know who's going to be like the analyst on there.
Oh God, man!
Is it? I'm assuming it's going.
If the analysts are whack, man, I'll still watch it. But man, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow to get used to.
I thought the analyst was going to be like Ernie Johnson and Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith from TNT.
I thought that was for ESPN.
Oh, that's for ESPN. Okay. See, I didn't even like. They got other stations that's carrying games now, so I'm like, damn. When did they do this?
You know what I mean? I'm interested in seeing if Michael Jordan would be, dead on. Like it's one thing when you're talking shit about players, in your suite or courtside or when you're playing golf.
Right.
But is Michael Jordan, is he really going to give nuanced, critical analysis?
He gonna have to. I feel like at least he hasn't played against this generation of players. So unless he's been at their practices or he's really studying their game, what kind of what can they expect for him to say? I mean, because he hasn't played against them. Like it'd be different if he said like, yeah, I remember playing against LeBron or or Kobe. I don't even think he played against LeBron, right? He was already gone.
You remember that documentary about the Bulls' last championship team?
Yep.
And Michael Jordan, he was in the back of the bus and he was jamming out to Kenny Lattimore.
Yeah.
For all we know, like he's still thinking that he still think that players from 99, 2000, 2001 is the standard.
Exactly. So it's like he has to be doing some game studying on this generation of players because he hasn't played in like over 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? So he can only talk about the plays that he played against, like Iverson and Kobe and them.
Yo, and NBC, for what they paid Michael Jordan, they are going to earn their return on investment
Right.
20-fold.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
me tell you why. Because every time Michael Jordan speaks,
Mhm.
you know, First Take, Skip Bayless,
Yep.
whoever is going to talk about what Michael Jordan said
Right.
during the pregame show, during the halftime show,
Mhm.
and they're going to analyze everything from the way he said it, what he was wearing.
Right.
You know, they're going to microanalyze
Oh yeah, for sure. And
everything.
it's gonna get ratings because it's Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And see, it's different with Brady. Like Brady was still playing against a lot of the young up and coming players now. So he have a sense of, you know, how to play against the Chiefs or the Texans, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Michael Jordan hasn't played in like over 20 something years. It's like, what does he know about John Morant's game? Or, you know, unless he would like game studying is different from actually being on the court against these players.
Right.
Or Steph Curry, you know what I mean? So
and during the week, during those production meetings, like like Michael Jordan, he's gonna have to be alert. Like he can't be on his phone, you know, doing business deals,
right,
you know, checking out his stock portfolio.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
I got another pair of Jordan 4s coming in. You know, the black cats we're releasing in the Chicago Bulls colorways. And
yeah,
no,
like
no, he can't do that with Skip. No, I wouldn't.
Oh my God, yo! Did you see
Mhm.
Skip Bayless show with Gilbert Arenas?
No, I heard Gilbert joined them. I didn't see it yet though.
Man,
is it good?
To me, I think it's like a step backwards for both of them.
Yeah,
like they both step on each other, and it just seems like there's really no
what?
no chemistry set. Like they both speak when the other is speaking. They don't know when to stop speaking to listen.
But I mean, if you watch Gilbert's show, Gilbert was like that on his own podcast. Like he didn't have I didn't feel like there was any chemistry with none of them. It's just that, you know, when you had Kenyon Martin on there and you got Brandon Jennings and Al Harrington and Rashad McCants, it was like they were just speaking out of turn whenever they felt like, and Kenyon was the one that was like creating all the drama. Huh?
Kenyon made the most sense.
Yeah.
When you would hear him speak, his rationale, his logic, his analysis was most succinct and most logical. Gilbert Arenas, man, like he is, scatterbrained.
Right. And I'm like, how does Gilbert acts like he knows so much? I'm like, but you won very little with the Wizards or with any team that he was on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that during that time when he had that good Wizards team, LeBron was beating their ass every year.
It never made it past the first round either.
Nope. And they had a squad. Antoine Jameson was on that team. I remember that team. But they wasn't good enough to beat Cleveland.
Nah.
You know, when he was at the Warriors, they wasn't even competitive on that Warrior squad.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's always like the loudest ones that never accomplish it.
Right.
That I don't even know if he even made the All-Star. I mean, if he made the All-Star team, it was probably maybe once or twice.
I want to say he made it because there was a time when they gave him like a big deal with the Wizards, and he was good. Like coming out of Arizona, he was a good college ball player. It's just he had a lot of issues on in his career, like that whole incident with the guns in the locker room.
Yeah, Javaris Crittenden.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he just did, even now, like he got in trouble last week with something.
Yeah, the poker game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Gilbert. I thought we was past this already.
Yeah. That card game thing was whack, bro. That's come on. Dudes do that all the time, man.
Right.
And when for Gil them to get popped, that means somebody snitched on that man, bro. He got a hater out there somewhere. Like, what people know what you're doing inside the crib, like your door locked. Gil, that man got a hater out there somewhere, bro. That one right there, I was like, maybe something is a little off-putting there.
Right.
But I mean, everything else, bro. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's one of those situations where everybody has to put their has to put their phones, any electronic devices in their car.
Right.
Like once you enter the house, like this is like a sanctuary. Like we don't like anything that you say, anything that you do. It should not leak out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, y'all know what I think it is, right?
What?
Like in situations like that, when it comes to like the feds or the man or one time or 12 or whatever you call them, right? When 12 know the secret location, is always a bitch, a chick somewhere. The snitch. It always be like word, you ain't gonna pay me more child support, or word, you ain't just gonna give me some okay. It'd be that'd be that grimy hood,
or the wife caught the mistress.
Or some bullshit. Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like it always be because dudes usually be like, for dudes, usually it'd be like, yo, on site, bro. When I see this dude, it's on site, right? The girls know it ain't gonna never be on site, right? It ain't gonna never be on site. Because for one, it's either like she gonna get handled by, or the girl gonna handle her. It's something, right? But it always be like, and I don't want to say that I'm speaking from experience, right? I'm just gonna plead. I'm gonna plead the 12th. Was you plead the 8th or something where you don't want to speak in court, whatever?
Plead the 5th.
I mean to try. I ain't got caught 5 times, bro. Can I plead the 1st?
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it is, right? Like it always be like that, bro. Like you like, like for instance, when Try be disrespecting Kwame, right?
Oh my God, I've never done that. I've never done that.
I'm just using an example, bro. I'm not saying that you did. I'm not
saying you mean Memphis Bleak? Is that what you're talking about?
See how you see how things get off the rails, bro. We talking about Gilbert Arenas and stuff just legit, just go flying off the rails, just random, right? But nah, like I think everybody know what it is. Some chick probably just snitched him out, bro, and she was snitching on everybody. She ain't just snitched on him. She's like trying to get everybody caught up. You know what I'm saying? Which is odd, bro. You're like, come on, man, what you?
Yeah, like it's one thing, to get revenge on your dude, maybe your ex-husband or your man, but to go after the entire crew, that's like what's that Rico? Like that's something that happens with Rico all the time.
Right.
Like instead of getting, the individual, people, that was involved in the dirt, they're gonna go right at the top.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy though. That's wild, bro. I ain't mad at them for that one. For that one, because everybody do, and so I'm not saying that everybody's a villain, but I think every human does something that slightly brushes up against the law, right? Whether you know what I'm saying, you drive above the speed limit, whether you eating grapes at the grocery store and you ain't paid for none, right? Whether it's something, everybody do a little sideways stuff to, But that, bro, I'm like, hey man, yeah, I don't know, man. That one smelled funny, bro. Feel me? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen people like eat, candy bars, right at the register, right before they pay for it.
Like, yeah, bro,
They couldn't wait.
Bro, you like what? Wow. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, man. Yo, did y'all see the Erykah Badu and Alchemist Drink Champs interview?
Nah, I ain't see.
Yo,
no, I didn't see it either.
It was salute to Ray. It was dope, but it was kind of weird in certain parts because
when Erykah Badu is involved in something weird.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Like she was literally like Nori was asking them about the tour, and there's a part in the interview where she said something about like she dresses Alchemist. Oh, Ray saw it, right? So you know what I'm talking about, right? Like there's a part where she's talking about she dresses Alchemist for the tour, but Alchemist don't like wearing certain things because it's just not him. But then she said something about he's a nice sample size. Or I'm like, what did she mean by like he's like a 6 or 7? Some crazy shit she was saying, and it really it felt like, are they really messing around behind the scenes? Because we all know, like she even like alluded to that, like when she had gave Nori a bottle of her incense, the Badu pussy or whatever she called it, and they were talking about like there's that whole industry thing about her changing artists when they get with her, like Common, you know about that, and Jay Electronica and Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? So she was making fun of it, but she was like, it's an industry rumor, and we've heard this rumor for years, but it felt like there's something going on between her and Alchemist behind the scenes.
If I see Alchemist dressing in, some tight ass pants with, platform boots, then I know that, Erykah Badu, like her pussy is, life changing for real. Like like the most boom bap producer, if he can be changed by her, nobody is safe.
It was kind of uneasy, and I was like, I got that sense that she's messing around with Alchemist, and I thought Alchemist was married. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, I don't even get to that part. I'm married. Peace, fellas. Peace,
Peace, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this real quick because I'm gonna have to. After this, I'm gonna put it on hold. On hold because I'm gonna be driving. But I was gonna say this before I get back into it. Hey, yo, I thought it was just me.
Nah, I was watching that, bro. I was like, this is something else was going on here.
And I'm sure Nori and Effin had the same conversation.
Right.
I swear to God, yo.
Yeah.
It's like first he's like, she actually co-produced everything. I just let her do her.
Right.
Now, mind you, I've never heard Alchemist talk like that. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey man. Listen, hold on. I'm gonna say it can happen to any of us. Look. One day, we in Brooklyn. Erykah Badu meets Charborough. Right? Next thing you know, she on the show. Next thing you know, I meet her.
Right.
Hey, you know what, fellas? I think I'm gonna wear dashiki today. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna wear a beanie instead of Scully. And I ain't gonna say all that, but hey, listen, man. The power of the PUSSY.
Right.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Because she said
allegedly.
I
ain't gonna allegedly. I ain't.
She told Nori something about like it's like if they look into her eyes, she hypnotizes them, and there's like certain artists like Janet Jackson. They mentioned that supposedly like when people meet Janet Jackson, they tell the fans don't look into her eyes or whatever.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yo, I do. Yo, real.
And you met Janet Jackson, Unc. So is that true?
Real talk. I mean, I'm a dude that's built a little bit different though.
Right.
Like I looked Janet dead in her eyes and told her I can change her life. You know what I'm saying?
Like magic.
Legit Uncle Freezy has what they call an outrationed amount of self-confidence that sound crazy when you see it in real life.
Right.
It's like if somebody doubled up Kanye West confidence.
Mhm.
Like if somebody said if Kanye West went to the I saw Janet Jackson. Now, mind you, I know that the P whoop thing is a real thing, bro. I already know that. Like dudes we know are like that right now, right? Like that thing be die out. Like they put you know what I'm saying? That apple pie have them, you know what I'm saying, trading their rims for stocks and bonds. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's real. The Erykah Badu thing though, the Beyonce thing, like
Beyonce.
What about Beyonce?
Them girls from down there in that
Texas.
that Bayou, like that Houston, New Orleans area, bro. I know for a girl had me one time, bro. And no lie, I was getting off work cutting her daddy grass, bro.
Wow.
On some real shit, work all day. And I was in the military too. I'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, be up all day, get off at 4:30, man, get straight in the shower. Think about get straight in the shower and go straight over there and cut her daddy grass.
Wow.
Like a whole acre, bro. Like
you did all that?
Her mom bringing out a glass of lemonade, man. I'm out there sweating.
Wow.
Pushing a mower, bro.
You did all that for some ass?
Yeah,
Try this. Hey, Albert told you the story about the lady that in the club that the 9.9, the lady that poured a beer on me at the club.
No.
I saw Patra. Albert told you that story about
the reggae singer?
Huh?
The reggae singer Patra?
Yeah.
You met Patra too?
Yeah,
wow.
She dissed me. Remember I told you her bodyguard, Patra threatened my life?
No.
I don't remember that. I remember telling me that.
Patra threatened my life. She was like, my bodyguard will destroy you. And I was like, well, as long as it's after me and you get together. This is me hollering at Patra. Like I'll take that ass whooping, right? You know, as long as it's after me and you get together. Like I'll take that.
Salute.
Hey, Rez, this was back in the day, bro. Rez, this was like 90. This is like it was like as soon as it was like right when Romantic Call and you remember the rapper Boss? Remember Boss? The rapper?
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It was like when Boss and Patra
93.
Yeah, it was like when they first came. I'm talking about when they first started getting on the radio.
Right?
Yeah. That's when it was like hell no, she ain't been no Glorilla Red. Stop playing, bro. Yeah, I know we got no Glorilla. But anyway, like trying to what you're saying about looking them in their eyes, bro. Legit, that's a real thing. Now the Janet one, I don't know. Because I tried to holler at Janet at the Budweiser Superfest. If y'all remember those concerts.
I remember those, yeah. I went to those.
Yeah. So I tried to holler at her. I didn't get to turn her into, you know, Miss Freezy, but you know, but yeah, I experienced that now. But for Erykah Badu, bro, I heard the DOC. Y'all remember the DOC?
Yeah, she mentioned them too.
Bro, I remember the DOC talking about her, bro. Like it was spine tingling, bro. Like some dude shit really feel like you get the noonie, and the next thing you know, bro, all you think about is her.
And now that's her baby daddy. So
yeah. I remember Marcus from Boomerang. Remember Marcus and Robin Givens?
Yeah. I was watching the other day.
Like dudes be legit like that, bro. And I'm talking about dudes, bro. I'm talking about men, bro. I ain't talking about like dudes that maybe hit one or two. I'm talking about dudes that be dudes that round the girls round the way be like, yo, he know how to work the pencil, like the little code words, whatever. And they just get that one, and it'd be like, nah, bro. I'm like, hey, dog, what we gonna do, bro? Dude, around the corner, man. Let's just run. They at the dice game. Let's just run up over there, bro. We ain't gonna do nothing. We just gonna mess around, man. Mess around with them. Like, nah, bro, man. I gotta get to the crib, bro. You gotta get to the crib. Yo, the dice game round the corner. Yo. Man. But if you keep that up, me and you gonna fall out, man, over this thing. Yo, we gonna fall out over your girl, Looney, bro.
Take pictures. I don't know.
Like you legit.
Wow.
I'm like, bro. And I'm like, bro, yo, she got any sisters? You're like, yeah, she got sisters. And then I'm like, hey, because bro, no lie. It always be like, if she bad and her mama bad, and then you see her grandma and her grandma be bad, and her aunties them show up, and all of them be in the kitchen cooking or something, and they look like an R&B singing group in the kitchen. Like, if you be like 4 generations and they in the kitchen looking like in vogue, bro. Yo, I'm sorry, bro. That's some new y'all to keep, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't trying.
Man, don't let it be around Thanksgiving.
Bro, the whole kitchen looked like that movie Soul Food, bro.
Yes.
That movie Soul Food.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro, it be having dudes, bro. Dudes don't be, bro, think about it. Dudes don't be really wanting to create no family. They just can't help it. They be, before you know it, they just be, you don't know who the chick is in the bed. Like, you don't know who that is screaming, bro.
Wow. Yo.
That be the DLC in there screaming. Ah!
Right. That whole interview was good, but it was some weird parts in the interview though.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, real quick before Ray leaves and you come back, today we got to salute 2 Jersey legends, Naughty by Nature. Their first Tommy Boy album came out this day in '91 with the hits OPP and Everything's Gonna Be Alright. And we had Queen Latifah's second album, Nature with Sister, came out in '91 on the same day. Tell me what y'all are from Jersey. Tell me what your memories are on these 2 albums.
I don't know who want to. Matter of fact, let Red go because he about to head out. So, oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, I was on you to Ray.
Oh no, which Ray?
Well, there's only one Ray on it.
Oh shit, yo, no bullshit. Don't laugh, but I thought you were saying his name Ray too for a second.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Hold up.
No. I was saying both you and
no.
Uncle from Jersey, so that like just tell me like your memories on these 2 albums.
And let me tell you something. We didn't have social media or something. They went viral on the street. Like it wasn't a car that didn't play Naughty by Nature every day, literally every day the summer '91. I promise you.
Right.
I promise you. You'll hear different cars play different verses. One car pull up. You ever had a girl that met her on that nice hello? They get her name and number, then you feel the rim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then then you hit another corner. It's open for relationship. It's just room to hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But everybody playing it.
Everybody playing it, bro. That's why they put that shit in the house party too. Exciting, isn't it? Especially like Trench had a special flow. The whole shit, man, nigga. And you know what's crazy? I knew this. Again, they was 1 degree separation of me. You know what I mean? But listen, all I'm gonna say is the shit was lit. The shit was lit. The shit was lit, yo. Hey, yo, hold on. Hey, you knew it was on when you saw that 1 and 9, right? When you saw 1 and 9, right?
Yep.
The hotel.
Yep.
Yo, everybody Jersey said, "Oh, they go 1 and 9, and 1 and 9 is Creep Spot Central, my nigga." I'm trying to tell you.
It's outside the city. For us, that's right outside the city. So you know what I'm saying? You get your little, you know what I'm saying, from where we at in Jersey City. That's but yeah.
Yeah.
That man said 1 and 9, bro. God, they used to Creep Central, bro. So
yeah.
But that moment that you talking about for me, the Naughty by Nature album and Queen Latifah. The single, I heard the singles first, right, before the album and all that. And the odd thing to it, if I may, the odd thing to it is there were songs on the radio like crossover. The crossover, like from EPMD, Summertime was out. Summertime. If y'all remember the song Case of the PTA. It's just
Hey yo, I got the vinyl. I found the vinyl.
Oh, that's right. You did show me that. Yeah.
I
Bro.
found that vinyl the other day. Yeah.
Those are gems. Like that shit is out of print on vinyl.
Right, and so the point I'm making is there are songs like that are out, but when I heard this thing, as soon as you hear the song, doom doom, like as soon as like OPP start, I'm like, yo, what is this? And then like you hear, and it's like a weird time in our culture because if y'all remember that time, the NBA Dream Team is playing the next year, right, in Barcelona, right?
Right.
But right before that, they started selling the Dream Team jerseys.
Yeah.
Remember everybody had like the Dream
Champion
Team jerseys in the
yeah.
hood, yeah, and all these different styles is out.
Mhm.
You start seeing like, yo, this dude got on lime green shorts. What is that? And you look, you're like, yo, what the hell? What is cross colors? Right?
Yep.
It's like all these different styles melding. It's like a mesh point for music and culture,
Right.
and all these different things. You got other artists coming out. There's like I think I can't remember if and I may be wrong, but I think A Tribe Called Quest drops a single called Bonita Applebum, right? And then there's a remix to it that they can't take off the radio. But when OPP come out, bro, there's a time before that, and then there's a time after OPP. When OPP drops, bro, Naughty is like taking the culture to a whole new level, bro.
Yeah.
They was the headline of the culture back then, yo. Keep it on it.
Yeah.
They was the headline of the culture.
Yeah.
Every show they headline, yo. They just fucking put. Let me tell you something. And no disrespect to nobody, but nobody took a jersey around the world like Naughty. I don't give a fuck who you know.
Right.
Real shit.
Right. Facts.
Real shit.
Facts.
Around the world, Naughty, bro. And that logo is the fucking Batman sign. You know what I mean? Like, far as groups,
Right.
Yo, Naughty set that shit off, yo. I'm like they listen. Every era, every region has a special run, right? It doesn't matter what the time frame is. Every region has a special run. There's certain people that set off that run. Naughty set off that run with OPP. Am I right,
Right. Hey, no lies detected, bro.
Straight up.
No lies detected, bro. I'm talking about the radio was bumping a whole bunch of Peabo Bryson had a joint out. Something about the rain. Can you stop the rain or something? It was like all these mega smashes. Lisa Fisher, How Can I Eat the Pain? Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The radio was getting murked. Ralph Tresvant, Johnny Gill, the radio was getting murked, bro. Until OPP came out, and then they took everything off the radio. I was listening to Kiss. Kiss played it back to back in the middle of the daytime, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna play a song back to back in the middle of the daytime?
Yep.
Yo, come on, man. Oh, and in terms of Queen Latifah, though, in terms of the Latifah part, when I heard Latifah on Latifah's Had It Up to Here,
yes.
When I heard that, I was like, her flow is different.
Yeah.
Like, because when she starts, well, it's the LA, the T.I. Be myself. What else?
Stop for your poppy. There's so much to live for. Man, listen.
Oh, yeah, when I heard that flow,
I get the boost spot. Space, never waste space.
When she said, I'll mess around and get Brewster's booster shots, bro, I was like, yo, she done made it. She graduated, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing before that, and not to get too long-winded, right? But the thing before that, when you heard her on Ladies First, you was like, okay, this lady, Only Love, ain't nothing to play with. Queen Latifah, she a good rapper, she give a good vibe, but is she a lyricist?
Right.
Only Love that motherfucker on that shit though.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
Love is
definitely.
Like when you heard Queen Latifah before that, it's like when you listen to the Jungle Brothers. Like you listen to the Jungle Brothers and then you heard Q-Tip with them, and you're like, oh, okay. It's like when you heard EPMD and then you heard K Solo with EPMD. You're like, oh. But when she came out with Latifah's Had It Up to Here, I'm like, oh snap, bro. This right here, the whole album, like with me, I enjoy the whole album, bro.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the whole album. Naughty first album, classic. But 91 in terms of hip hop wasn't no year to play with. And in order for you to dominate that year, because that's the same year for people that don't know, that's the same year Ice Cube dropped Death Certificate. To me, one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Ice Cube dropped that, and you like,
Yeah.
and if I'm not mistaken, I think Yo-Yo might have dropped You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo in that towards the end of that year.
91 year.
Yeah, I think
You can't play my yo-yo.
Yeah, where she used the sample from Earth, Wind and Fire, Devotion.
Yeah.
Devotion sample. I was like, oh, that's great. But OPP was Naughty by Nature, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yo, quick question
Hey,
for
yo, it changed the game too. You ain't gonna hold you, yo. It put like when it came to Jersey, no, on our side, like Essex County, you know, the top city with clout was Newark.
Yeah.
Right.
It was Newark. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, listen, Newark still whatever. It still reigns supreme, but them niggas put Illtown on the motherfucking map.
Yeah.
Straight up. That shit made niggas from Newark respect East Orange even more, yo. Keep on it.
Yeah.
Even though the side of East Orange they're from was more their side is actually they're from the side of East Orange that's close to Newark. They was actually close to my side of Newark. Keep on honest with you. So that's why like certain things I've seen and heard and it's more it was relatable.
From Irvington.
Nah, they from East Orange.
No, I mean I know that now. I'm saying, but back then,
Like from Irvington? Nah, they ain't. Well, you know what? I can see Irvington vibes because you know certain shit because it was the summer, you know. But and I ain't gonna lie, but when Summer '93 happened, it felt like everybody dressed like Naughty, yo. And again, Naughty had niggas again, and boots.
Mm-hmm.
They the reason for boots and flight coats. Straight up, yo.
also machetes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. But, you know, but I ain't gonna get into that because the rosters might say something different. You know what I'm saying? They might say something different. But nah, but real shit, yo, like that's just what it was, man. They really took Jersey to new heights, man. Real shit. They led they were the leaders of that the most powerful Jersey movement we ever seen, yo. Straight up.
Yep.
Straight up, yo.
Was the Flavor Unit offices also in Jersey?
Yeah, actually, no, I think it was New York, but
yeah,
it might have been. Yeah, I think it could have been, but that took Flavor Unit.
But they basically the same place, bro. Manhattan and Jersey City is not the same place. I ain't gonna get it.
5 minutes, but 5 minutes from Jersey City, I get New York on the path.
Yeah, you know,
real shit.
Journal Square, get Journal Square or
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so they kind of like, you know.
But it took Flavor Unit to another level. You get what I'm saying? Like it took Flavor Unit to a whole nother level. You get what I'm saying? So
Jersey had a lot to do, and Jersey had some artists out too. We can't forget Heather B, Double X Posse, Apache, like all in that same era of
Lakeem Shabazz.
What's my guy that did the where's the 45 King from? Is he from North?
Oh, no, from Mark 45 that passed away.
Yeah.
Nah, he's from New York.
He's from New York. Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say this though.
But Redman too was out in '93. Everybody.
No, Redman. Nah. I mean, no. Again, Redman most definitely played his part to the fullest because Redman had us on the map during the era of Hard Knock Life and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like different people had it on the map in different eras. You get what I'm saying? Like Redman definitely caught the alley-oop from Naughty, but he slam dunked that motherfucker like for a long time. You get what I'm saying? Real shit. You know, so I gotta say that. And along with what's his name? Lord's I was about to go there. Lord's Underground, Summer '93, the Chief Rocker was the top hip hop song in the fucking world.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, They got and now them niggas, they brought Newark pride back. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it left, but what I'm saying is like, all right, now you got some niggas from Newark doing some ill shit. That's major. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yo, them niggas had the fucking Newark, the whole Newark, downtown Newark. Yo, I say this all the time, man. Every nigga had the swamps, and what the swamps is the beef and broccoli cortex. We call them swamps. That's how I know you from Jersey. If you're from Jersey, you're gonna say, yo, them some swamps. But if you're from like the tri-state, you'll say beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But if you're from Jersey, you're gonna say swamps. It's just like if you're from Queens, you're gonna say sun. But if you're from Queensbridge, you're gonna say done. You're gonna say done.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a different, yeah. You know what I mean? So them niggas, yo, they another niggas that took that alley-oop and slam dunked that shit. No bullshit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I gotta get them that shit. The artifacts, you know what I mean? They came through with the another side of Jersey. They showed the polo, the low lives, the graffiti nigga, the boom squad, the graffiti niggas shit. You know what I mean? Like they did some other shit, you know. Who I'm missing?
The Outlaws.
See, the Outlaws, they were an extension of Pac, and that's at the same time they was from Montclair.
They're a little bit further away from us. But if you talking about dudes in our epicenter, we talking about Naughty and them. But if you talking about just dudes out of Jersey, we can say the Outlaws, Poor Righteous Teachers.
Poor Righteous Teachers was Naughty by Nation before Naughty by Nation.
Yeah, you can
straight up.
You can say a lot of.
But
if you talking
straight
about
up.
like, if you're talking about like right off 440, like right off 440, if you're talking about like right off 440 in this area where it's Jersey City, Newark, Irvington, East Orange.
Oh no, I gotta count Montclair because they Essex County, so I can't even front on Montclair. I fucks with Montclair. You know what I mean? But the Outlaws though, they like I said, their run wasn't as long, but they had a pretty much like from what I saw like a global impact in certain places. They was, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't as mainstream, but they definitely played their part. Shit, they the energy on Machiavelli. Real talk. That's that Machiavelli album is outlaw energy. You know what I'm saying? That's the outlaw side of Pac. You know what I mean? It ain't the the Me Against the World energy or the All Eyes on Me energy. That's the straight outlaw. And they gave you a preview in that shit on Me Against the World. You know what I'm saying? You know, but and I can't forget the nigga Joe.
Right.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Ransom.
What these niggas doing now with the underground scene, this is one of the dopest underground scene we've ever seen. But let's not forget, in the World Star era, Joe was like one of the kings of that shit. Yeah. And he bought out Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Yo, how much you claim Joe though?
Oh nah. Hey, listen. Hey, look. Hold up.
And I'm not being disrespectful to Joe because
I claim
Joe. I claim Joe.
Nah. Yo, let me tell you something. The reason why he talks shit because he knew he can back that shit up in the booth. Yeah. Real shit. Now they podcasts can do that. Can do that though. You know what I'm saying? Like
But that ain't the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about like for instance, how much we gonna claim Akon?
Oh, I'm lost. Like
because Akon went to school and Akon
was cutting hell on 18th Avenue in Newark.
This is what I'm saying. He went to school in Jersey City. I think I might have been like, she might have been like in 8th grade or something when I was at Dickinson or something. He might have been in 9th grade or something like that. But I don't even remember even seeing him. I read that somewhere, like him and I think he might have been like an 8th grader, I'm sorry, not an 8th grader, but a 9th or 10th grader or something like that. When I was at Dickinson with him. But I don't even remember.
Shit, you went to school with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't remember seeing him is what I'm saying. Like he might have been there walking around, but just because you go to the same school don't mean you see and know everybody or like that. Like I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like how much you claim him though? You think you say he Jersey or you say he Midwest?
Who Akon or Joe?
Akon.
I didn't. I'm be honest. My first time hearing about a Midwest Akon. All I know was Jersey, and all I know is he was getting money with Queens niggas like Capone from Queensbridge. So
Okay.
you know what I mean. And as far as Joe, I know Joe originally from Queens, but I can't front a nigga that don't rep Jersey to the fullest. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he definitely, even though he's from Queens, to me he more Jersey City than Queens. From what I see, any damn way, he definitely a Jersey City nigga. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Like real shit. Every time I went to a Joe Budden show in New York, it was a lot of Jersey City niggas there. Real talk. The sold out shit, it was Jersey City niggas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they definitely fuck with him. You know what I mean? But yo, yeah, he like I said, the movement. Even, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna front on Fetty Wap. You know what I'm saying? You know, he might not have been a boom bapper. He might have been on the lyricist lane, but as far as hip hop music lane and the lane of music that he does, I gotta give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know, and it's sad because I was about to interview him 2 weeks before he went in. I didn't know he was about to go in that quick. But yeah.
And you got Nikki D album anniversary was today actually.
Oh man, yo, she's
Nikki
another
D.
Jersey head. You know what I mean? Like her shit came out. A little, matter of fact, Church of the video. What that it don't know won't hurt now.
Right.
Yeah.
And she used to date Apache.
Yeah.
Forget my ignorance, but I don't know if you covered this, Ray, but whatever happened to Double X Posse? Like, that
They
was
own it. No, they own it. They own it. No, they own it. My boy BK passed away though last year, but now they're on it. They I had this it was supposed to be on part 3. I had to extend it to part 4, but we paying homage to them in part 3. Oh, by the way, damn. Too bad you're not in town. They showing the preview. They the film festival showing part 3 Friday at 7:00.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's not, and now it's not the thing that's happening October 26th.
Okay.
But they showing it. You know what I mean? So you know, you about to get what you asked for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's a good look.
Yep, it's go time.
Congrats.
Appreciate it, but
Yeah,
but I want to have an episode we talk about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
with Unc's input. Unc got to see it.
Yeah.
You gonna see it? You know what I mean? So you gonna see it. So
I thought the second album was better than the first.
Who, Naughty?
No, Double X.
Oh, no, Double XL. Yo, I can't forget. I can't forget.
Album. They Raw album. That's my shit.
They but before Pump It Up, I'm Not Gonna Be Able to Do It was one of the top hits.
Oh yeah.
And that's name from Jersey, and it just happened to come from Jersey City.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they also had some notoriety from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Apache, Jersey City.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know who the biggest act from Jersey City was during that time? 91.
PM Dawn.
PM Dawn.
PM Dawn. That's right. Wow.
PM Dawn. Yeah. They right down off Kennedy, going towards 440. So man, yeah, man.
Yo, Jersey City itself has a strong legacy. Listen, you got Joe Budden, you got Ransom, you got Double XL Posse, you got Apache, you got motherfucking Chill, Rob G.
That's my neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
Yeah, that's my neighbor right there. You know who else from Jersey City tried that don't get no credit?
Who's that?
The Manhattans, the singing group of Manhattans.
Oh, I didn't know.
They're from Jersey City, and the reason why the name of the group is the Manhattans is when they go on their roof, all they can see
was
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope, yo. That's fucking dope, yo.
Yeah, the Manhattans from there. Kool and the Gang is from Jersey City.
Gang, yeah.
The most sampled fucking group in history of music.
Yeah. Those my people. Those my people. Well, I was really close with them at one time. And then as years go by, man, I got married. I moved away, military, all type of stuff. These dudes touring and all type of stuff. But
you told me that. You told me you used to hang with them.
Yeah, no, my pops and them used to hang with them. I used to just go to them and talk shit. Like I was a kid, right? Like I was little. But my wife was like, "You don't know no damn Kool and the Gang." She was like, "You just talk to them." And I went to their fan page and I emailed them like just random. I was like, yo, I promise you, I'm gonna email them right here in front of you. They're gonna answer right back, I promise. And I emailed them and they didn't answer. And then one night we together, and then the thing come through like, yo, it's you. Where you been?
Right.
And you know how we do when we bragging on our phone. Hey, I told you, didn't I? Look, I told you. It took them like 10 months or something. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So
That's
dope.
cool.
Yeah, Jersey City like a hot spot, bro. The whole area is like a. Not to mention Whitney Houston, who was probably even hotter than.
Not to mention Whitney Houston, man.
Yeah.
Not to mention Surface. Surface and a whole bunch of.
Y'all remember Sabi?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, remember Sabi? She had a joint out called Summertime. That was like 94, 95, and she was on the Lords of the Underground first album.
Yeah, she
came out with her own single.
Yeah,
she came out with her own single, and Marley Marl and K-Def had produced her.
Yeah. I was supposed to interview K-Def, man.
Yeah,
K-Def. Yeah, man. But yo, I just made me think, man. Jersey City has a strong legacy itself, but yeah. As far as I guess, like I said, Nodi, they really put Jersey in the map, man. Real shit. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was. Hey, I went down south. That shit jumping down there and shit. You know what I mean? You know, no PP. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Yeah.
There's no room for a relationship. It's just room to hit it. Real shit, yo.
How do y'all forget the greatest basketball player to ever come from Newark? Shaq.
Oh yeah, Shaq.
Nigga.
That's right.
Oh nigga,
I forgot about that.
Man, can we rock? What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
Motherfucker.
The funny thing about Shaq is his sisters look just like him in the face. and they tall too for women, right? They tall for women, right? Like one of them I saw, I think she older than him. She like 6'1" or something. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
damn.
And I saw him. He was so he's like 2 or 3. He's like maybe 3 years behind me, but I think he was at a school called PS41, I think. Or PS14, one of them in Jersey City. He was at one of them, 41, 40, whatever. I can't remember. But I do know they was in Newark for forever, bro. Like they was in Newark forever. But I remember him playing ball at I think it was like PS14 or something. And he was like 6'7" in the 8th grade, bro. Like the dude legit was like Hercules. Like Shaq in 8th grade looked like Zion looked right now.
That's crazy.
Shaq
in 8th grade, bro.
But also Shaq at that age, he was much more leaner.
Yeah,
Zion.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
when you see Shaq at that age, like he was ripped. Like he had like less than 5%. Fat, like nothing but muscle, ripped.
Yeah.
Like that dude was Diesel for real.
Yeah. I remember, but he was a bully too back then. Though he like, he like bullying him, and not in that kind of way, but in like that playful way, like dude slapping you on the back of your head or whatever, and you turn around and you look up like,
wow,
what you gonna do, nigga?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I remember Andre, my boy Andre was like, yo, I'm gonna go duff this dude right now. I'm like, Andre, you can't touch him, bro. You a grown man. Andre was in 8th grade with us, but he was like 17. That's back when you can get left back as many times as whatever.
Right.
Andre was like, yo, I'm gonna go duff this dude. Bro, you in 8th grade, you 17. You talking about picking on a 13-year-old dude, man?
Wow.
Stop, bro. But Andre was big too. Andre was taller than Shaq, but Andre was skinny though.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Yo, I was like, I thought like when he had Twism for World Is Mine label, I thought it was going to go someplace.
Right.
They did.
Yeah.
They went uptown, baby. They get the crown, baby.
Right.
Yeah, that was them. That was Twism.
Yeah.
And that was a hit. That was
he's the godfather for Corey Guns.
And you know what? And look. This is what I'm gonna say. They did go somewhere. Look. What athlete had a doper rap album. Think
Right.
about it.
True.
All them shit was cheesy as fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shaq was smart enough to actually like get the dopest features. Who you know he had Nas and Hov on the same track first.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And also he had DJ Quick produce like a quarter of that last album for Twism. It was the one with the way it's going down. You remember that joint?
Nah, but that was the third album?
It came out in '98 because
I remember that.
Peter Guns was rolling with Shaq.
Yeah,
heavy.
Yeah,
like I thought like is Peter Guns about to have a solo deal on Twism?
He should have
because that was a good bet. Like if for some reason Lord Tariq and Peter Guns didn't pan out, he could always rely on Shaq,
right?
For music support. I thought,
they signed a bad deal to Columbia though.
Yeah, they got fucked by.
They weren't the only ones. So.
Yeah. They
on the athletes with the best album thing, I do want to step back from Shaq though and mention that if you're just a hip hop head, just like to listen to storytelling and lyrics, I do like the Dame Lillard album.
Who's that?
Dame Dollar.
Yeah. I think is it the Dame Dollar album?
Yeah,
I think it might be the Dame Dollar album. If you just like just melodic beats and just storytelling and witty wordplay, like you ain't gonna get nothing amazing,
right?
But if you just like listening, just like okay, you know what I'm saying, like the
Dame Dollar album. It seemed like when Dame rapped, it just like he was just rapping like he was Black Thought or something. Like he was just spitting bars.
What?
I'm not saying he was Black Thought. I'm saying like when you hear him rap, it was like he wasn't saying much though. He was just rapping the rap.
Right. Well,
I would say like Dame, like Dame is like the kind of MC that he would fit well on like Sway,
right?
On Sway and them,
right? Or
like the Wake Up Show. Like if those things were around back in the day, he would fit well with those people. But as far as like making an album as good as Shaq's,
nah.
Dame ain't fucking with Shaq.
He had a song with Raphael Sadiq on that album.
Yeah,
because he's from Oakland too, so that was like the Oakland connection. But I feel like Shaq had the best album. Shaq Diesel got nominated for a Grammy, in 93, 94.
Yeah. And let me ask you this: what if what's the album called? What's far as athletes, the worst album was that dude Cedric Sabello show.
Oh God!
Oh my God, yo!
Yeah, I remember that.
Y'all remember the Allen Iverson album?
Nah.
I remember hearing some songs. I didn't hear the whole album though.
I know 40 bars, like 40 bars, like was a mixtape.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that 40 bars, it sounded like a demo that he was making to be signed with State Property. Like I could tell he was trying to run with State Property,
man,
because like he had that Philly slang. Like he was really determined to be on that tip.
Right.
But when David Stern heard that song,
he blocked him.
Nixed that album immediately.
Yeah, because he was like talking like offending like the gay community and all that, and David Stern was not having that.
Nah, and David Stern was right, bro. And not about him having a right to free speech, right? Not that, but AI, you can't get in the way of the money, bro.
Right.
Like if you want that,
especially talking that street shit, yo. Especially talking that street shit, yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Relax, bro. If you want to keep getting the bag, bro, you don't have to say positive things to them, but you can't say negative things about them, bro.
Right.
Yo, is it too far off? Like, because I was thinking, like around this time, if y'all remember, Beanie Siegel, he was kind of struggling, making a jump from the streets to the industry. And Beanie Siegel had similar struggles. Like, do y'all see any parallels between AI and Beans back then?
I do. I remember when Jay was trying to groom Beanie into a businessman, but he had one foot in the streets and one foot in the music game, and that he got caught up with the streets.
They really wanted him to win too, man. Real shit, yo.
Right.
That's what. Yeah, he said, Beans, I ain't trying to change you. Just give you some game to make the transition from the streets to the fame. Real shit, yeah. And that was a fact, yo. He wasn't. One thing about Hov, he really rapped real shit that he really, but Beans wasn't ready.
Right.
Coogee Rap is like that, bro. That's why Coogee Rap is not. That's why Coogee Rap is not a star right now.
Oh, that nigga was really running from the mob, making cheese. That shit was real.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, again.
Because I know. I gave y'all the homework assignment, bro. I know y'all didn't do it because of how high esteem y'all hold Big Daddy Kane. Right?
Oh my God!
Oh shit!
What you talk about?
No. I ain't great this.
The Big Daddy Kane Slayer.
Nah. Hey, yo, Kane making a comeback right now. Kane everywhere right now, right? But all I'm saying is if you listen to the original Raw, the original one with Kane and Coogee Rap on it, bro, you'll be like, yo, these cats should have been a duo. And if they separate act, both of them should have been megastars, is what I'm saying. And like when you got one who got one foot in the rap game and another foot in fame and infamy, right, out there in Hollywood, and then you got one dude that's in the rap game and another foot in the streets. You like if y'all just was businessmen like that, like a businessman don't have to control everything from day to day. You appoint people that's trusted and bonded to handle that stuff. That way you won't get caught up in bad contracts, bad money situations, because you have people that's legal and bonded. Ain't no handshake, ain't no, yo, my man from down the street gonna handle my finances. And, none of that, right? You're gonna have but Coogee Rap, man, probably should have been, in my opinion, we should be talking about him at least on a level of Heavy D, at least at a minimum.
I agree.
But if you're like Tyrone Williams of Coachella, you got Kane, you got Shan, you got G Rap, Roxanne Shante, Biz Markie. Like
Master
this
Ace,
is like
Coogee Rap.
Like this is your what was it, like the murderer's row of a roster. Like these MCs, like any of these MCs could leave their own crews. If you're Tyrone Williams and Shan is going platinum, Kane is going platinum, Shantae is going platinum, Biz Markie is going platinum. Is it possible that Tyrone felt, you know what, whatever G Rap doesn't sell, I got so many cash cows that can underwrite whatever losses G Rap might have from his sales? I don't see G Rap, being the mega superstar that Kane was. I think G Rap's audience was niche, and the people that dug it, appreciated it for what it was.
He actually had a longer run. In the long run, though, at one point, like rap was relevant during the Purple Tape era, especially with Nas Fast Life and shit like that. When you know what I'm saying, like he probably wasn't as big as Kane during the Ain't No Half Stepping Symphony era, but he damn sure elevated after that motherfucker. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point I'm getting at, right? Not to cut you, but
Mm-hmm.
the point I'm getting at is of all those dudes that we just mentioned, right? For one, somebody told me a conspiracy theory, like yo, you take like the Juice Crew, you take them 7 MCs and put them in a line and see what happens, right?
Oh God.
But on the fly tie thing, on the fly tie thing, if y'all notice, the only dude that actually went to school and was educated, and then went back to school and got more education, and
With Shub Rock.
then went in and got mentored in how to do business was Fly Tie. Like Fly Tie graduated from school. He started thinking the paper. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. Go back to school, do this." Like all these dudes, like Fly Tie was the only one. Then when Fly Tie trying to tell you, like, bro, these advances are like he trying to tell you like this thing, but when you from like when your family ain't never seen no money whatsoever that's legal, right? Like, you know, families back then, they might hit the number, might win $5,000, they hit the number something, or they know somebody in the game that's, you know, but they ain't never seen no legal money that's going to be arriving on schedule that you got to pay taxes for and all that other stuff. Basically, what I'm saying is the reason why it ain't worked because these dudes was young. These dudes was 17, 18, 19 years old, giving a whole bunch of money, and then before you know it, you know.
Yeah, I mean that story. It reminds me of that Mike Cement documentary. That scene when Divine he's arguing with Ghost, Ray, and You God after the tour with Rage Against the Machine collapsed, and when the tour collapsed, Divine he kept working. He kept making investments. He kept diversifying his portfolio. And Ghost and Ray couldn't understand where are you getting this money. And I will never forget this. The Ghostface said, like, if I get $1 million, let's say if I get $1 million, and Divine, you negotiated, I want the entire $1 million. So you mean to tell me that Divine
instead of getting 10%?
Exactly. So you mean to tell me that Divine, he's not owed anything for negotiating that check? He's not owed a commission for using his knowledge, you know, to get you that check that, you know, the record company didn't want to give you in the first place. So that taught me that one, financial literacy is really needed.
It's important.
Two, the amount of times that they took management for granted. Like, you know, like people like Divine, people like Fly Tie, like their business mind is what helped these groups get to where they are. But when you don't respect what these people do as far as the executive seat, these situations keep happening over and over again.
Right.
No, you got a point. You got a point, Rock. That's why the education of it is important. You're right. The education of that the business is important. It's important because you'll know who is and who's not handling business the right way. And sometimes it's confusing. They think the executives can handle business better than their own right-hand man road manager. You know what I'm saying? Just because they can't see it because it's too close. That could be part of it. But yeah, education is important. You know, it's definitely important. What's Chris Lighty though? Chris Lighty. He was, you know what I mean? Listen, he played a part getting that vitamin water deal for Fifth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Chris, you know, so you know, and Devon, yeah, he was definitely a businessman, you know. The show played they illustrated a good character in that series,
yeah,
of him. You know what I mean? That shit was tough. Hey yo, I got y'all a question, man. I ain't want to, and I don't even ask these type of questions, man. It's just something I don't like, yo. I can't stand this whole clickbait.
Yeah.
Grown bash a black man, but bash each other, so we used to be brother type bullshit on social media, yo. with Dame Dash and Cam, yo, I'm not feeling that shit at all, yo.
Nah.
And then at the same time, who the fuck allowed Dame to get on camera like that, yo? What
Yo,
the?
did you see him, bro?
Oh man, yo,
Come on, Dame. Come
damn,
on, dog.
man, fuck that camera, Dame. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I'm always have respect for Dame because let me tell you something. When it comes to black culture, music, business, if it was for Joe Jackson, if it was for a motherfucking Jay Prince, if it was for
Suge Knight.
a Suge Knight, Dame Dash, niggas, they'd had the Jacksons living like New Edition before they got their money.
Right.
Real shit, yo. That's how these motherfuckers play. And real shit, if Dame didn't play hard, a lot of niggas would not have Aiden back then. I don't give a fuck who you know, including, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but and you know, people go through things. People might, you know what I mean, nobody's like gonna be perfect all the way through. So he going through. And I know that shit ain't gonna be I know one day he gonna bounce back and probably talk shit, but I'd rather him be behind the scenes more than on the front line because I think the front line is, in my opinion, I think he don't even realize he outgrew that shit. He don't even realize it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he'd be a better businessman behind the scenes in this next era. I wouldn't be breaking my neck to stay in front of that motherfucking camera, teeth or no teeth. You get what I'm saying? But I ain't feeling that shit, man. And you know, Cam like his little fucking brother, man. So to see them go through some shit is whack. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck all that shit, man.
The art of dialogue. They had what's his name?
Lancelot Rivera.
Yeah, he was talking shit about Cam too.
And the thing that I didn't understand was that
I'm saying both of them. I ain't saying just no, I'm saying both of them. I'm not even gonna say Cam, because Cam out of defense. It's just that, yo, man, as a grown fucking man, yo, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's called integrity and character. Man, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, nah, silly look, hey man, look at my post. This nigga said that. Man, fuck all that shit, man. That's diva shit. It's they just because it's popular, because they're popular. That don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? That shit is corny as fuck.
Ray, I think you absolutely. Hey, try. I got to get out of here because I got to show.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this, Ray. So, Ray, here's the thing, bro. You a grown man, bro, and people respect you not only because of the words you say, but by the way you carry yourself, right? So when you when you speak, people take that shit in. They take it to heart, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the people, and I'm saying this, and I'm not saying this like nobody told me to tell you this. I'm just saying this because this is how I feel, right? So, but when Cam and them doing that stuff, like when you mentioned, like when you first started, you was like, I don't like this clickbait shit. When you said that, right?
Yeah.
You knew the audience that Cam and them are targeting, right? So just off of GP, you know, like Cam ain't really saying that to no grown men, like, you know what I'm saying, like you, or he ain't trying to impress Rock or nothing by doing this stuff right here.
Right.
He's saying this so he can get them random off the radar clicks that people wouldn't because if he said some grown man stuff, bro, think about how many shows on YouTube where the OGs be talking and don't nobody show up. Right. And then think about all the clickbait shit where people be having glitter and pink pants and shit, all this stuff that's different from what we do. He targeted them, bro. That's the reason why they doing that. This thing right here ain't no grown man thing, because at the end of the day, like two grown men gonna like meet each other and they're gonna talk face to face, eyeball to eyeball, with their back straight, looking at each other and meaning it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I agree with you what you say. I agree with what you're saying. I do understand though, these dudes is out here chasing the bag. They don't care about integrity when it comes to chasing the bag, because the bag is a moving target. Because if everybody knew where the bag was, everybody would have it. Right? These dudes chasing the bag, bro. That's all I got. Hey, try. I'm gonna holler at you later, bro.
All right.
Word.
Peace,
you already.
Peace, freeze.
Hey, I wanted he left already, but I wanted to get his thoughts on Joey Badass. And I just heard his new album is phenomenal, and I wanted to ask y'all, like, how come we don't mention Joey in the big three, like with Kendrick and J. Cole?
Isn't Joey Badass older than Kendrick and Cole?
Well, I think they're all around the same. No, he's younger, because when he came out with 1999, I think he was like still in high school then.
Yeah, he but you know what? I can't even hold you. I think I heard of them before. I heard of Joey Badass. Keep 100 with you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's just me. I ain't really heard Joey Badass until like after Drake, after all them niggas, Drake, Cole, and Kendrick.
Right.
So, because I remember when that era, see Drake, Cole, and Kendrick, they the era of the Meek Mills and the Wale's and
Mhm.
the reinvention of Titty Boy, the 2 Chainz, you know what I
Right.
mean? Shit like
Right.
that. ASAP Rock, Tyler
Mhm.
Creator, shit like that. You know what I mean? That era, that new era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was after that. To me, he like in between that era and the I hate no. I'm gonna say I can't say that I hate to say this, but the Griselda era,
Right.
real shit.
Right.
Nigga,
Right.
Griselda changed the fucking game. Nigga, they was a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
for us. Real
Sure.
shit. Yeah, hell yeah,
Like
yo.
he was like in the blog era with all of those other artists, but like I've always felt like he was dope and he was consistent with his every project he came out with, but he never mentioned with J. Cole or with Kendrick. They put Drake in there before they put Joey Badass.
Damn.
You know.
You think and to me he's still you know what I'm saying he's still doing his thing, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He just happened to become one of the rapper slash actors that's dope, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying, like that's just have to do dope music, like Dave East.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna keep 100 with you. Before Griselda,
Uh-huh.
the first nigga I said to myself, this nigga done brought the motherfucking wave back, was
Mhm.
Dave East. I
Dave East.
can't front.
Yeah.
That nigga was flexing, dropping bombs. That nigga, I heard the freeze. I'm like, yo, who is this nigga? Oh, that's Nas nigga. I'm like,
Right.
oh shit, that's the nigga. I saw what's the name? The premiere and shit. That
Mhm.
Fresh Dress premiere with Nas and shit. I
Right.
thought he was from Queensbridge. I thought he was one of the Queensbridge niggas. He from High Bridge.
But
Um,
he spent time out there because his aunt used to live out there
in Queensbridge, right?
in Ravenwood, yeah.
Yeah.
But he
Jesse
spent time in Harlem,
Ravenwood.
so he went to be like between Harlem and Queensbridge.
Yeah, but when he came out, yo, his shit was fire. I was like, yeah, we rock this nigga, yo. He was definitely an extension of the '90s, that golden era, yo. No
Yeah.
bullshit,
Uh-huh.
especially shit like No Go Cello for me and
Yeah.
shit like that. And he rocking that what's the name beat? I think the 70 beat. Yo, I was
Yeah.
oh shit, we got him. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like before Griselda, it was him.
Right.
But and before him, that nigga Kai, yo. Kai, Brownsville Kai, rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
That was my nigga, yo.
Mhm.
And again, I say this all the time. I was rocking with Brownsville Kai. Then Brownsville Kai introduced me to Rock Marciano. Rock
Yeah.
Marciano introduced me to Griselda. And it was
Uh-huh.
over. And it was over. It was over. It was over, yo. Real shit.
Right.
Yo, low key, bro. We living in one of the best eras of hip hop. I'm not saying we live in the golden era, but we live in a new golden era because this era to me is better than a lot of eras within the 2000s, yo. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it a buck.
I
You
agree.
know what I'm saying?
I agree. For sure. It's a lot of good newer artists out compared to the 2000s. You know, like Griselda really set it off, and having King North and having Rock Marcy and Knowledge the Pirate and Action Bronson. There's a lot of good artists that's out now. A lot of them are still slept on, but it's a good crop of newer artists in this era.
But as far as your question is concerned,
Uh,
if you look at Joey Badass, he was a founding member of Pro Era.
right.
If you look at Kendrick, he was a founding member of Black Hippie.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, like I always thought that Black Hippie were a touch. They were like a tier above Black Hippie,
Right.
just because Black Hippie, they had lyricists that were diverse and had unique talents, so they were different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Pro Era was pretty much similar skill sets, like they share common lyrical values,
Right.
and a lot of the cats that was in Pro Era, in some ways, I like them, more than I did Joey Badass back then. One of them was Capital Steez.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in
He's
peace.
dope.
So I think, and also I looked at Pro Eras, they were just like their name, very progressive.
Yeah.
So they were much more niche than Kendrick or Cole. So I think that's why people don't associate Joey Badass with the big three, because he did his own thing. Like he wasn't keeping pace with what Kendrick, Cole, and Drake was doing.
Right.
Whereas with Kendrick, Drake, and Cole, they were pretty much making music that was hitting certain cultural touchstones while they were ascending in the mainstream.
Right.
And anytime you reach that certain audience and you sell that many records, white people are going to adopt some of what they're going to co-opt some of what you are.
Yeah.
Whereas with Joey Badass, they didn't have the opportunity to do that.
And he was more like boot camp. Like he said, like his parents played boot camp around him when he was younger. But he grew up on like Boot Camp Click and the Boogie Monsters and MOP and Onyx and all that. So that's why like his music has that 90s flavor to it, because he grew up listening to those artists.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a geographical thing,
Right.
like Joey Badass, like when you just mentioned Boot Camp Click.
Mhm.
When I think of Boot Camp Click, I think of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
When I think of Cole, I think of North Carolina, Fayetteville.
Right.
Kendrick, I think of Compton. I think of Southern California.
Mhm.
And I think certain geographical differences, it does help with distinguishing yourself musically, because I couldn't imagine Kendrick rapping like Joey Badass, like
Right.
where you from, and the certain musical influences that you absorb, it will inform how you write and how you see the world.
Yeah, and he what would you say is his best album or mixtape? But I feel like he has a lot. Like like I said, I never heard like a bad Joey Badass project. Like his mixtapes were on point, his albums were on point. Even the new one, like I just heard the new one, it's 11 tracks, and he still has the Static Selector boom bap flavor on there. It's real melodic, it's jazzy. He has the jazzy boom bap flavor that he had on the previous stuff. And the only there's like maybe 2 songs that were out of his lane. Like he did like one song called Super Fleet, and it sounded like a Neptune's beat from like the 2000s, and I didn't really care for that one. And then he has a love song with Ty Dolla $ign. But other than that, when you hear joints like Dark Aura was a single he put out. He put out the new single Still with Ab-Soul and Rhapsody. Static Selector produced that. He got joints like BK Finest with ASAP Ferg and CJ Flies on that one. 3 Feet Away. He got a joint with Westside Gun called Dwayne White. And this is like this is Joey's lane. This is the stuff that he was putting out with Before the Ass and the Summer Nights mixtape and the 1999 mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's really like his best album? I mean, because to me I love 1999. That was like my introduction to him when he came out with Raves. And then when he had the Summer Nights mixtape, and he had the Before the Ass and All American Badass. But what do you say is like his best album?
I would say his best album to me is All American Badass.
Yeah, that was good.
Because that's the joint with Land of the Free.
Yeah, he had Devastated was on that joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that he took a more political stance with that album.
And that's why it resonates with me so much.
Yeah.
Because when I heard it, I felt like, man, this like this dude obviously can MC, but I want to know what like I want to know your thought process. Like, what do you believe in? Like, how do you see the world? And when I heard All American Badass, I felt like I was hearing somebody, trying to come to grips with what was happening in the country, what's happening in their own lives.
Yeah.
Like it's the album where I felt like his songwriting really took a big leap.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like and also his work with Status Selector is another reason why I felt like his progression was much more pronounced. Like I like all of the songs that he did with Static Selector, from Super Predator to Legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Like Static, he knows how to produce for MCs.
Yeah.
And he knows how to give them a musical foundation that will give them just a wide enough room for them to, say what they have to say. But then Static, he can carve the clay and make it something that is presentable, like a sculpture. And I think, that album, to me, is his best album. Like, that's the album where he could tour behind.
Yeah,
like if he was to announce a tour and say, I'm going to perform every song from this album, that's the album to do it.
But he's actually on. He's either on tour now or he's going on tour, I believe.
Yeah.
And like I felt like this is like this album is like where he's at now currently in his life. He just had another baby, and him him playing the character Unique on Kanan. A lot of people loved his character on there. They didn't want to see him get killed, and I think the future is bright for Joey Badass. I always felt like he was underrated and never got mentioned a lot. Even with the other members of Pro Era, Kirk Knight was dope, and Nick Caution, and I felt like they I would love to see like a whole Pro Era album come out. Like CJ Fly has been underrated as well, and they've done stuff with Boot Camp in the past as well, and I've always wanted to see like a Boot Camp and Pro Era collab album or something, or mixtape or something.
But I will say that I wasn't really digging Joey Badass acting in that Wu-Tang American Saga.
Oh yeah, it's Inspector Deck.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't buy into it. Like I couldn't. Like, to me, Joey Badass, he needs more years of serious acting. Like for you to play a character in a biopic, like I would have liked to have seen a more experienced actor, because Joe, like I remember, like this is how I characterize Joey Badass in that Wu-Tang American Saga. All he was doing was looking out the window, looking at the project window with that sad look in his face. Just looking down at, people arguing, selling dope, police chases. All he did was just look out the window. And I felt like, and maybe it had something to do with the screenplay. Like they could have maybe given Joey, more to play with, but that's just my minor, observation.
And he wasn't in like all of the episodes out. Like you saw him here and there.
I know I get on You God a lot, but the actor that played You God on that Wu-Tang American Saga, like they had that dude like he captured his mannerisms and
Yeah.
tone to the T. Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think is nicer? Now, I'm going to like you're talking about Joey Badass. Like, I'm
Uh,
going to mention another MC
uh,
that is just as lyrically technical and proficient. He's had just as many opportunities in the industry, and this MC that I'm about to mention,
right.
he has tried his hand at battle rap,
Mm,
albeit he has beaten some names in battle rap that are legendary.
right.
The guy that I'm mentioning is King Los. How does Joey stack up to Los?
I haven't heard enough of King Los. I somebody asked me about King Los too last week. It was it you or somebody else asked me about King Los, and I remember him. If that's the same one, he was down with Bad Boy at one point.
I know he did some ghostwriting for
Right, for Puff.
Puff.
Right, right. And that's like the last time I remember like hearing him. But I know like he's been doing his battle rap thing, and I haven't heard enough of him though. So I can't even say which one is better.
To me, I think the problem with Los is that he wants to be everything to everyone. Like
Right,
he wants to be a lyrical demon. He wants to sing. He wants to sing R&B. It's like, dude, you have yet to establish you can. Well, he only has one album,
right,
and in order for you to really do the things that you want to accomplish artistically, you have to establish that you can make a rap album that people connect with. Joey has enough cultural currency that if he wanted to, deviate from rap and experiment with singing or even doing something in another genre, he has the cachet to do it.
right.
But with Los, I think I don't know if he's underachieved, but I feel like he could have did a lot more considering that people that don't even have a tenth of his talent has done more with less.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I haven't heard enough of him, and but the fact that his name is still out there, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not like one of these flash in the pan artists that he could have quickly disappeared after the whole bad boy thing, and he stuck around. He persevered. So I think that that said a lot for him.
Yeah, I I think Los is one of the few people from the industry that prove that they can survive battle rap.
Mhm.
Um, I we was talking about Cameron
Right.
a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
One of my pet peeves is when rappers, like veteran rappers, legendary rappers,
Mhm.
they want to come into battle rap trying to make a quick bag. And Cameron and Mace, they had some online battle rap competition,
Mhm.
and Mace was one of the judges. And albeit like one of the battle rappers, Danny Myers, his mic level wasn't very audible, but you can hear the passion and you can hear it like you can hear how dope he is.
Right.
And Mace just completely shitted on Danny Myers. And I'm thinking to myself, is dope. Let me ask you a question. Let me
Um.
ask you and Ray a question.
Um.
Has Mace ever striked you as an MC that you felt like you better not try Mace Don't fuck
he
with Mace.
always had it in him though. It's just that I felt
Mace
like
always held his own.
Huh?
I'm saying Mace always held his own.
Yeah,
Real shit.
he always had it.
What I'm talking about is like, has Mace ever strike you as a person like, man, like you better not fuck with Mace because he just might, kill you lyrically like a Beans, like
Yeah.
a Kiss.
Remember,
Like,
he had the little feud that didn't last long with Jay. They were going back and forth, and then he had the thing with Junior Mafia. You know what I'm saying?
but that
And
wasn't
then
on
with
wax
and
though.
not and it was on wax. And the
Yeah,
shit with Cameron. The shit with
yeah,
Cameron was like right before the Dipset reunion. But hell
right,
yeah. Nah,
yeah.
Mace hold his own.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Mace hold his own.
but the Oracle was in what 2017. So
right. But
like,
he remember
But it was dope.
when 50 was trying to sign the Junior, he put out that mixtape and he was going at Fat Joe and Cam, and I think he had a beef with Cardan at one point.
Yeah.
You know
now
what I'm
that
saying?
like I was it 300 shots and running. Like I did like Mace's attitude around this time, but I'm gonna be honest. I always felt like that was Mace with a battery in his back because he was running with G Unit. I'm talking about like without 50, without G Unit, like from 96, 97, 98, 99.
Nah, Mace should get
He-
busy in that mic, bro. Don't let that pretty boy Harlem stuff fool you.
right.
Mace was murder Mace for a reason.
Children of the
Before you,
Corn. That's the crew he
yeah.
came from.
Yeah, no, Mace was holding his own back then, bro. Like
Right,
Mace always held his own. It is
right,
that when he stepped foot in the mainstream, you know what I'm saying? He was highlight. He said, "I was gritty. P Diddy made me pretty." Real
right,
shit. That's
right.
real, yo. Nah, Mace that yeah, no bullshit, yo.
Yeah,
Like and any nigga from the tri-state to tell you, yo, like he was murder Mace for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yo, I'm straight from money make, gotta go for cake. I'm the same cat, total double show the tape. Now my money straight, we frontin' every state. Chair 8, 10 it out, 10 for every place. Good fellas, what the hell they could tell me? Bounce through LA, blue and red Pele.
Mm.
Nah, real shit, yo.
Oh yeah.
Mason the locks be taking knots from the out of state spots. Everybody make it hot, get found in vacant lot.
Oh,
You don't really want to come try the one guy who stayed dumb high from blunt lie, the record sings a love line, who got more beef than an Islamic farm. So I pack enough sonic arm from New Jerusalem. It ain't a nigga in
yeah.
your gang want it. Have a thug coughing up with a slug. Anybody way protecting Mason got an explanation. Come on, man.
Crazy.
What?
He slaughtered
Yo,
that song.
nah. Don't sleep on Mace, bro. He ain't just what you know about going out head west, red Lex TVs all up in the headrest.
Right.
Trying to live it up. Rocks, beats all glittered up. Stick a kid, nigga, what? Nah. Go back.
Yeah.
Real shit. Nah. Don't get it
I
twisted.
I think because of that image, that pretty boy image, that's why people don't take him seriously.
Some the people that don't know. The people that know, right. they recognize and play the position.
Right.
How they gotta play it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Yeah. So nah, Mace literally has street cred, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mace, pastor, no pastor.
Yeah, because I was like I'm not like I wasn't a big Mace fan, but I respected his ability to rhyme. It was just that when I saw like Mace, like Ray, like if you're familiar with contemporary battle rap, like it has evolved from the street corner to stages, and I think Mace is still, when he was giving his critique of Danny Myers, he's still thinking like battle rap is like on a Harlem block. Whereas with Danny Myers, like when you see Danny Myers, he's animated, he's bar god, like he's going to give you all of that. And I was thinking like you dope, but you ain't that dope to be shitting on serious battle rappers. That's how I looked at it. I mean,
No,
I get it. Like it's one thing. It's one thing to say some ill shit on tracks, but I never looked at Mace, even Murder Mace. I never looked at him as like, man, that that nigga can really, you know, you know, kill your ass. If they ever did like a in person
battle.
battle.
But here's the thing: that
And
don't mean he can't judge it, though. That don't mean he can't judge. That don't mean he doesn't have the credibility to judge it either, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he has. I think he has enough lyrical credibility to be a battle rap judge. I say that though.
But
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to be in touch with current battle rap culture.
And he is. What you mean? Where you think? Where you think Dot Mob from? Why you think? Because he a pastor? You listen. If you
No. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying, like, if you're going to talk about current battle rap, you got to be able to talk about battle rap beyond, bars itself. Because when you see Danny Myers, when you see, Geechee Gotti, they're going to give you schemes. They're going to give
right.
you real talk. They're going to give you, like, battle rap has evolved so much past the block from when he was, up and coming. So for me, when I heard his critique, it was like, when I heard what Mace was saying, I felt he was out of touch. Like, at least with Cam, he has done. I mean, he's went toe to toe with 50, with Jay, with Nas. If it would have came from Cam, I would have understood it a little bit better. And that's my position.
Hello?
Yeah.
Is it me or is it him?
I don't. What happened? I hear him.
I don't hear him.
You don't hear him?
Nope.
Yo.
Oh wow.
Yo.
I not hear you. Yeah, not hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know, and I take y'all word for it. Like.
I mean, what if they asked Nas to judge the battle? I mean, to judge, and he wasn't in a lot of battles.
But he was, but he gave Hove an L.
Right.
And to me, that holds a lot of credibility. And to me, when people when rappers from the industry come into battle rap spaces, you got to have some credibility beyond what you did in the music industry.
I mean, what more do he need though? I mean, like I said, it ain't like listen, but that's messed up because I don't think that's fair because y'all got cats like Peter Rosenberg, who's your guy, being a judge. You got Ebro being a judge. Nobody, you know what I'm saying they're not in tune. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I'm saying? So.
And they're not.
Yeah, but they been. Well, I'm saying no. They actually are in tune, but they are judged. They are in tune. They may not be rappers, but they actually are in tune. You know what I'm saying? Like Ebro and them, they know who the bad rappers are. Them, all of them. Listen, the whole radio community of Tri-State, like the Breakfast Club, they know who the bad rappers are. They stay in tune with that. They not the rappers. I'm just saying that to say this, that I can't disqualify Mason being a judge. You get what I'm saying? Like. Mace Mace is one of those rappers that still had lyrical credibility. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, yeah, real talk.
I think with Ebro, like when Ebro said that, he missed, like he prefers, battle rap over beats. Like
that's corny as hell. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's why he's not in tune because, like, the last time battle rap was done over beats, that might have been like Blaze Battle, Scribble Jam.
That Fred Joe Star, Keith Murray bullshit. Right. That shit. Oh my god.
I mean that was one of that's the worst battle I have ever seen of. Like when Kendrick, when Keith Murray was wearing that damn KRS-One dreadlock wig, rhyming rhyming like he's a roster, like that says everything I need to know about your respect for battle rap. And you probably right. And you know what, you are right, because I think Mace, I respect Mace for what he did lyrically. From niggas that started something. From his work with G Unit.
And the nigga did mad shit with the locks too, bro. That's another thing. If you doing mad shit with the locks, yo. Listen, we thought he was. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Mace was the fourth member of the locks when they first came out. No bullshit.
But that was the rumor that he was the fourth member and Puffy split them up.
No bull. It was. I guess that's how that shit started. But we thought Mace was part of the locks. And then we thought it was something like Mason and Locks. Cause you see Mason and Locks all the time. Mason and Locks.
They did a Source cover together with Mason and Locks.
A Source cover. Yeah, that shit was dope. Yeah. Mason and Locks. Mason and Locks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So. You know what I mean? That was the click. You know what I mean? They did mad shit together. So, like I said, Mace, and Children of the Corn, but you know what though? Might throw Rock off though, and being a pastor.
Oh no! To me, I'm not even tripping off of that. For me, I'm like, I still look at Mace, for what he is, like it's still an LNC, because when you see him on It Is What It Is, like he's talking that shit, like he still rhymes like he is Murder Mace, like there is no pastor. For me, like even when he does like that freestyle that he did a year ago, on the corner beat, I felt like damn, he still has it.
He still got it.
Like if he, I'm sure he rhymes. But he rhymes over tracks, but don't put it out. Right. But that was the first time where I heard him in a contemporary setting. So for me, I couldn't I can disagree with his critique, but respect him for his stature in hip hop, even in battle rap space. And maybe it's like the purist in me. Like if you're not full time in a certain culture, then it kind of looks like a gimmick.
He's supposed to put out an album this year.
They said he was going to put out an album back in May.
Right, they didn't drop yet.
But you know what? If he, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like I'm not a Mace fan, but if he did an album with Kim, where like the same synergy that's the same synergy in their banter when they're on It Is What It Is. If it can be replicated on wax, I would definitely.
Kim and Jadakiss put out a song together and they went on tour, but I thought they were like doing like a full album together.
Was it something like Gorilla, Lion, Hyena?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that video. Like Mace was wearing like the shiesty mask.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't get no album, so I don't know.
I mean, if I can imagine, like recently, Beans and Kiss previewed a snippet of an album they're working on.
Yeah.
Kiss the Mac.
Yeah, Kiss the Mac. Like next year, I would love to see like who would put out the best album between Cam, Mace, and Beans and Kiss.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. I don't mind him to Kiss the Mac, but I prefer that Kiss / executive produced by West Side Gun album first. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I think that the opportunity Kiss should jumped on it right after the verses, yo. That would been the perfect time too, especially after and then of course Stove God would have been on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been, no disrespect, I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
Real talk, yo. I think Kiss, you know what I mean?
Like he would have to use, Beans would have to use AI for his voice. And then the problem is if people want to like hear them perform it live, how's he gonna sound live over those songs?
Yeah, he get it off live. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for a mic. Because, you know,
Right.
some microphones amplify your voice.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Opposed to just
Right.
making the voice louder to hear.
Right.
They actually amplify it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the mic system.
Right.
But he just can't yell it like he used to because, you know, that situation.
Right.
But, I think, man, yeah. Like I said, Mace, Mace, that guy. I gotta understand from the outside looking in. I probably think Mace whack too. If I knew what I knew, I'd be like, nah,
Right.
not. I wouldn't say whack, but I just think he just dope for the R&B.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I say that because he definitely he definitely was dope for the R&B.
Yeah.
I do give him that. But
As far as like, you know, Beans, you know, performing songs with Kiss in concert with the way technology is moving, you know, artificial intelligence, you know, could be used, you know, to strengthen the you know, vocal cords, you know, artificially.
I mean,
You know,
I would hope so.
especially if you have a good engineer.
I would hope. Look, I saw him at Rock the Bells with State Property. He wasn't saying much. It was just the Freeway and PD and the other members. They were the ones doing all the vocals. Beans was like in the back.
Yeah.
kind of like Nori at Rock the Bells.
Right. But Nori was doing his thing. Though you could hear Nori. I couldn't hear Beans.
Oh, is that bad? Damn.
Yeah, like he was there on stage with them, but he wasn't doing the vocals. Like he left it up to Freeway and the rest of and Young Chris and them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I was like, so if they do an album and they do like a tour and people want to see them live and hear him perform, what is he gonna sound like?
I don't know, because the song, the crazy thing, the song that he got with Kiss, he got his old voice in that shit.
Right.
That's the crazy thing. That I was like, oh shit, it sounded like him before he got shot. You know what I'm saying?
But I do know that they said that they had like some unreleased stuff. But if you're doing a whole new album and his voice is not what it used to be, what it like he was on, I forgot what album he was on. I think he was on, was it Conway's album? I think it was Conway. The Conway album like came out like a couple years ago. He didn't sound like himself on that.
But that was because the AI software wasn't readily available like it is now.
Right.
You know, but
so is he gonna have to have like a special AI mic?
I mean, a good sound engineer will be able to, you know, they could do something where they can, you know, mix the live frequencies from his projected voice and do something where it can match, you know, the artificially simulated voice, you know, through software. I mean, hell, like to me, I think technology would have to play a big part. And also, you have to keep in mind that the bigger draw is going to be Kiss. So the people that are going to go to that concert, they'll be excited to see both of them perform, but Kiss is going to be the one that's going to be carrying the concert, doing his own, you know, verses and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear like a, you know, Kiss the Mac album with them. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know like how is Beans gonna sound on this album now? You know.
But you know what? Like when I think about it, I think I want to know, did they have an opportunity to do this album when they were both on Def Jam?
Sure, they did.
Okay,
they could have did this album 20 years ago. It's just that they was younger, and I felt like the street shit really had a part to play in why they just now getting around to doing that shit. Because when they were going at it, like it was some real street shit going down between them.
Yeah, but 20 years ago, that's the big 20. You mean 25 years ago? Because 20 years ago. Yeah, because 20 years ago they beat with Squash and they was and Beans on Kiss Your Ass Goodbye remix, This and State Property.
Right. 25 years ago, right? They could have did that a long time ago. They could have did a whole album. But look how many albums that Beans was supposed to be a part of. The Bleak and Beans album, and Bleak talked about when they went down to Miami, they only did one song, and they blew the budget, and they were out in Miami partying. They could have did that album.
Nobody wanted to hear that.
The Scarface and Beans Mac and Bread album. He could have did that.
Yeah, that would have been a classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was a J. People wanted a J Beans and Scarface album. That never happened. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like again, like he was in the streets, and Jay was trying to groom him as a businessman, and he wasn't trying to hear it back then. Bleak too. Bleak admitted to that. Like when they were younger, and Jay took them on tour and took them to like Poland and Egypt and all that, and they just wanted to stay in the hotel room and smoke all day, and he said like he regret not going out and looking and seeing the country, and now it's like every chance he get he go traveling with his wife.
I think with the passing of time, I think more people now understand why Jay had to go his own way.
Right.
Like if you're giving people opportunities to to be successful, not just in one endeavor, but music, fashion, restaurants,
right, and
you constantly blow these opportunities, going in and out of jail, getting into reckless beefs over defending The Rock,
right,
defending defending state property, whatever he felt was on the line as far as his honor, that was more important to him.
Right.
And I think people now can see where Hov felt like, I got to start anew. I have to create a new business with new collaborators.
Right.
And if you look at where Meek Mill started and where he went, sometimes I feel like, damn, if Beans only knew, like you see where Meek Mill went.
Right.
Like sometimes I feel like, damn, Beans can be in his quiet moments thinking to myself, that could have been me.
He fucked up, right? But he still kept Bleak in the mix. Like he got the Douce liquor, he got the rock the podcast that he have through Drink Champs. Yeah. Jay would take Bleak on tours as like his hype man. So he still kept Bleak around.
Yeah, like something that Ray said maybe 30 minutes ago about grown men going on these platforms to disparage each other. I think the art of dialogue in some ways is worse than Vlad.
I knew you was gonna say that, bro. I was gonna say the same thing, bro. He a junior Vlad, yo.
Yeah.
But you know what though, man? Again, they grown men, so they know they getting into. He ain't thugging them to do it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't showing on them. He ain't muscling them. So it's like, because they do that shit outside that shit. Like, they ain't just doing it on their platform. They doing that shit outside. He's that and then like Cam said, he said, "Yo, Dame, I would never let you get on the camera looking like that, my nigga. That's some real shit, yo. Crazy. Like, I don't give a fuck, yo. We wasn't supposed to see that, yo. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Sad. And something's wrong with his eye. I don't know what happened with his eye, but lay for that camera, Dame. I'm telling you, man. Play the background, bro. I'm telling you, he can play the background, and you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, change that shit. But yeah, man. So, damn.
Yo, and if I hear Bleak say one more time that he warned Dame that Jay was breaking away from him, I'm like, how many times are you gonna tell that story?
I mean, it goes both ways, though. You gotta understand. Like Unc said, it's both ways. Like, how many times Dame got something to say about Hov?
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For years now. God damn. I'm tired of that shit. Like, nigga, hold him. Story been going so long, Hov got dreads past his shoulders.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. and 2 kids, no, 3 kids. He ain't had no kids at the time. Now he
Right.
married with 3 kids.
Yep.
And 2 billion later. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? 2.5 billion to be exact later. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I think what's also a shame is that I would love to see like a genuine documentary about the origins of Rockefeller and the success of Rockefeller, but it's not going to happen anytime soon
No.
because with documentaries like that, you need all participants to participate and be willing to talk genuinely and truthfully about what they experienced.
I don't think Jay would do it.
I think he would do it on his own terms. Like if it was through his own production company, but then Dame ain't gonna want to do it because he's not gonna want to make Jay any money.
Exactly.
So
He's still bitter.
like maybe 30 years.
30 years you gotta wait for a Rockefeller documentary.
I mean,
they might not be around by that time.
Like the Rough Riders documentary is one of the best documentaries I've seen about a hip hop label ever. Like I hope they do one for Cold Chillin'.
Yeah, they should.
I hope they do one for Rap A Lot.
They need one for Loud Records too.
For Loud, same thing for Raucus and Duck Down.
Yeah.
But damn, like there's too much acrimony between all of those cats.
And you know what? The sad thing is they would probably wait till either one of them died to do it. Like if Jay, God forbid, he passed away, or then let's do the Rockefeller documentary when they could have did it when they both was alive.
Man, you speaking the word right now, man.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. Like I felt like Dame just talked too much on different platforms and even on reality shows. He was on Growing Up Hip Hop and he was talking shit about Jay on that reality show.
Yeah,
you know.
I think like I've never seen so many so-called street niggas talk about things that should stay in the streets on open platforms.
Right.
That is wild to me.
If you watch Bleak's podcast, he's done it too, and I'm surprised because he's married, and the shit that he talk about with different guests that how they were running through chicks on tour. I'm like, his wife was cool with that.
Yeah, I haven't heard his podcast,
bro. When you watch like this, like when he had like Just Blaze on there, and he had Dragon was his last guest. That was a good one because I didn't know too much about Dragon's like background. Mm-hmm. He talked about like the days when he was at Rough Riders with DMX and even the Locks, and but this when they talk about like when they were on tour and they were running through chicks at the hotels, I'm like I can't believe that Bleak's wife is watching this and she's okay with that.
Bleak has the mentality like there are some grown men that mentally their peak was in high school.
Right.
And Bleak is that to a T. Like try to have a serious conversation about something as serious as I don't know, finances,
right,
marriage,
the Quran, Dragon is a Muslim now. So he's like Dragon is like breaking down the Bible, like different parts in the Quran, and Bleak was like, oh, I never read the Bible before. He was like, I don't know nothing about it. He was like, he always had the Bible where he would like put like the obituaries for like his loved ones in the Bible, but he never read it. So Dragon is like literally breaking down different parts of the Bible to him. So all this shit is like new to Bleak. He's like, I'm like. And Dragon sounds older. He sounds more mature. It sounds like a different Dragon than how we used to know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how come Bleak don't talk like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, even as much shit as J Hood has been through, I've seen J Hood talk about his experiences on D Block, and even even like certain grievances that he previously had. he's kind of made peace with
He
it.
he just dropped the freestyle to the Mobb Deep Realist string last night.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, and he
I'ma
still
check
sound
it out.
fire. J Hood, she should have been on. Like that's a. I feel like the locks from the ball with him. He should have definitely been on D Block.
Do y'all find it odd that Jadakiss never put J Hood on any of his albums?
Yeah, he was only on the mixtape. They never put him on like the See, the locks wasn't dropping albums back then. They were just doing all the solo stuff or the mixtape stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on like the freestyles and the mixtapes, but they wasn't doing group albums at that time when they had him.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I remember Sheik, he put out his debut solo album, Walk With Me.
I think J Hood might have been on that one. It's been years since I heard it though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I think D Block to me, like once a rapper sells a couple billion records back then, the parent company would give their artists an imprint so they'll stay with the label.
Yeah.
I think they had the right idea, but you could tell where they missed out on serious lessons on how to run a label, like as far as doing like the administration.
Yeah, I mean they were still young. They were still in the streets too. I mean that was a time when Styles was catching cases and he had to pay for his lawyers. And he, at one point he said he got tired of putting his lawyers' kids through college, so he had to get out of the streets. And that's when they started thinking like businessmen. Oh, we need to open up the juice bar. We need to do this, but they were in the streets at that time too.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like J Hood, he really should have been out there. He should have been one of them cats because he still got the talent. And they had Bully. Remember they had an artist named Bully. They got an artist now named Whispers. Have you heard of him?
Whispers?
Yeah.
Nah.
They got he have like a couple of joints out with like the locks in his videos and stuff. So he's down with D Block. But they really dropped the ball with J Hood because I was a huge J Hood fan. Like he was doing the Come Up DVDs and the Smack DVDs and all that, and they just dropped the ball.
Yeah, and like when at that time you had George Santana. He his buzz was so heavy.
Yeah.
And he put out an album that delivered.
Yeah.
Like
On Me to You.
It hit every target.
Classic album.
Cassidy,
that's the jewels I miss. Like when he was dropping back like Cook Crack and the From Me to You album and What the Game's Been Missing. Like he was on it. He was on his shit. And then something happened where he started dealing with unlicensed guns and got in trouble for that and all that.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like to me, I felt like George Santana, he was already on his ascent, and then he tried to make a pivot with Skull Gang.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo, that's too early, man.
Yeah.
Like right now, you're in the prime of your career.
Yep.
You're a ladies' man. Like women are, coming to your concerts. They wanna, they are buying. He was also doing a lot with merchandise.
Yeah.
He should have just kept with that. But the moment he started to try to, promote Skull Gang over everything else, is like, dude, you're not established enough.
He had the Nike. Remember he had the Nike commercial?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had that. I remember they played that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he to me was like the next big star from Dipset. Because for me, he was like the MVP of Diplomatic Immunity. Like most of those joints, he killed those joints. You know what I'm saying? Hey Ma and Dipset Anthem, like he killed those joints. That album wouldn't be a classic without Juelz Santana.
And Juelz, he had a unique, just like Freeway.
Yeah.
He had a unique way of rapping.
Yeah.
That was unique unto himself, and that's what made him stand out.
Facts.
And that's another reason why, you know, I felt like Jules he could have, even in his hiatus, he could
Yeah.
have put out another album
Hmm.
because he was still youthful looking. He still had
Right.
the the swagger, the clout,
Hmm.
that word. He still had what it takes to connect with
Right.
people in the 2010, 2011.
What he put out, God willing, was, I want to say God willing was like 2011, 2012. That was like his last mixtape album, and it was good. Like, you know what I'm saying, but he just got caught up again. He just got caught up with the streets.
Yeah,
And then that whole thing with the gun.
airport, the gun at
Yeah,
the airport,
the gun at LaGuardia, and
and that was a federal offense.
yeah, and then after that, like him and Kimbella got a divorce, so he was just like, but he was still like, even up until last, he was coming out with like singles, and I'm like, well, where's the album? And
Yeah,
I don't even think they're on a label anymore. Like they would have to be independent because they're not on Def Jam anymore.
I think putting singles out for a veteran artist is antiquated
Right.
because, like, I can see the idea, like, you put out a single and you're trying to kind of get the bait going,
Right.
like you're trying to throw the bait out to see if any listeners will bite on it.
Right.
But in this day and age, people listen to music in so many ways. If you put out an album, people are going to have their own favorites. People will customize their own.
Yeah.
People like I've done it where I've bought an album and I've rearranged the sequencing because I like how the album plays in my order. And people will have certain favorites. Like, I think Jules, like, he could like at some point you have to be able to adapt to the current music industry. Like, you can't promote an album the same way that you did in 05.
I feel like he still have the talent. He's just not focused no more, and that's a side effect of when you get caught up in, you come into like a lot of money and drugs and women, and then they get caught up in the streets still, some of them, and they can't. It's like a no way out thing for them. They can't take the streets, and that's what happened with Beans and Wells, and I feel like J Hood should have been that next one up for them, and Dipset, and D Block, and he needs to be dropping independent projects. Like, I don't need to hear every time you go on your platform how you got into the Locks, or you had a beef with Sheik, or you know what I mean. Like, you should be putting out. He put out like singles. Like, you putting out projects. You from the mixtape era. Put out a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? The Come Up. I just saw the Come Up DVD. The Come Up DVD is back. Fendi is back, and he's putting out the Come Up DVDs again. And we not even in the mixtape era no more. Like, he said, fuck that. I'm bringing back the Come Up, and they got Jadakiss on there, and they got Nicki Minaj, and he brought back the Come Up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing what Lloyd Banks is doing with, doing freestyles over, popular beats of today. Like, that's the way that you garner attention for the right reasons.
Right.
And I think Joel Santana, he did too many things where he was trying to get attention for the wrong reasons. Like, it doesn't matter how many times you appear on Love and Hip Hop. It doesn't matter to me,
right.
How how you appear with your wife. Like,
right.
Nobody cares about that at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Because you
care
what?
About the music, bro.
Exactly. Because when when people log on to their phone, what do they want to do? They want to listen to music. They want to get through their day. They want music to escape and distract them from whatever they have going on in their lives. and Love and Hip Hop, TV fame is fleeting, and Jules, for those couple of years from 04 to 06 or 07, he was on a serious run.
That's if the Come Up DVD could come back, then they can bring back the mixtape era. And just have Jewels, the mixtape legends like Jewels and the Locks and Jim Jones. I want to see all of them come back. Just bring that whole era back for this young generation because they don't know about it.
Man, you know who should come back? I mean, I'm sure he's.
Aren't you back?
I'm back, baby.
We about to end this, bro.
I thought we just.
I'm glad you came back though, because I wanted to. Because we talked about Joey Badass, and I wanted to get your thoughts on why we don't include Joey in the Big Three conversation.
Because dudes love Kendrick Lamar, bro. For some reason.
Yeah, what you mean for some reason? He's great.
Like you say that like Kendrick Lamar is chopped liver.
Nah. No, I'm not. Nope, I'm not disrespecting that man like that. I know he's talented. But the Big Three only includes 3 people, right?
Yeah, but what? It shouldn't include Drake at all, though. You mean to tell me Drake is better than Joey Badass? Did he make better music than Joey? I don't think he did. Like I like there's a expiration date on Drake. Like I like him from 2009 till when was it? If you're reading this, is too late. What year was that? Like 2015?
Yeah.
Right. So anything after that, it was hit or miss. I don't think he wasn't making his best music to me after that during that era. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a fan of 21 Savage. I didn't care for that album. The album he did with Future was okay, but I'm not a Future fan. Even the double albums, the Scorpion album, people don't even mention that album. Like it wasn't a great double album for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm glad you said that because because we talk about Hove having having a lackluster double album.
Right.
Does The Gift and the Curse, does it hold more than Scorpion?
I don't. Scorpion wasn't a great double album. Like he has some joints, and it was like one half was like all hip hop, the other half was like R&B, and he had Primo on that album. He had Illmind on that album. You know what I'm saying? He had big name features. It's just that I don't think he should have did a double album. I don't think it was needed. You know what I'm saying? Like even with like Jay could have did a double album. It's just that it wasn't a great double album when he did it. That's why they had to slim it down to Blueprint 2.0 or whatever they called it.
I feel the same way about Nelly. Like Nelly didn't have to put out a double album. Like
Sweatsuit, right? I remember that.
Sweatsuit went double platinum.
Yeah, but again, because it was Nelly, like he was still selling at that point. But that don't mean that necessarily you have to put out a double album, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You disagree?
Yes.
Why?
Because traditionally, and I know I get a lot of flack for this, right? But traditionally, there are multiple lanes for rap artists.
Right.
There is the Love Bug, Starsky, Busy B lane. Clap your hands, everybody! Everybody, clap your hands! Right? It's that lane, and then it's the Casanova Fly, Melly Mel lane.
Mm-hmm.
A child was born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. Right? Then there's that lane, right? So there's the rapper, party rapper lane, and then there's the lyricist lane, right? We can thank Melly Mel for that lyricist lane. We don't give Melly Mel a lot of credit for a lot of stuff because of the way he acts now as a legendary older school rapper. We don't give him his flowers for what he did when he was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right now that he's 62, 63, 64, living off that time that he did back then, he's kind of making a mockery of what he did then.
Right.
Right. But I say that to say you can have a big three and have different rappers in that big three, different style rappers. Right. And basically what I'm saying is you can have a Mount Rushmore with Will Smith and Jay-Z on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's not a popular take. I know
Well,
that's
I think Will Smith was a dope lyricist. He gets a lot of flack as well.
right, because of the type of songs that he put out for public consumption. Like
Right.
parents just don't understand, getting jiggy with it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like these, I said all that to say this. The big three that is the consensus big three, I'm outside of consensus,
Uh-huh.
but majority rules.
Right.
The big three doesn't include Flo Rida or Pitbull,
Right.
right? But if we talk to the masses about who sells the most records, these guys could be in a conversation. And so that's the thing. I'm not saying that Pitbull, Flo Rida, and these guys should be in a top three. If somebody said that to me,
Mhm.
I wouldn't dismiss them out of hand, right? But I say that to say that the consensus big three that has Drake in it, there's some levity to it, right? Like there's some levity to Drake being in the big three, right? Because like when I honestly hear J. Cole, I think J. Cole is probably the best rapper of his era.
Mhm.
I listen to his stuff, and lyrically, I think he's superior. Now, in terms of being in a pocket socially, musically, and in that wavelength, I think Kendrick is there. I heard Kendrick say some stuff. I'm like, man, we say he a great lyricist, but the fact that he is connecting on these wavelengths and in these pockets, like musically, he makes great music, right?
Right.
So I don't dispute the Kendrick thing.
But where does Drake fit in though in the big
Drake
three?
better
Because
than all
he's the
Drake-
most pop out of all of them.
Drake might be the greatest artist ever.
Nah. What?
Yes.
Over Michael Jackson?
No, I'm talking about rap. I'm not talking about
No, I don't even think he's the best rap artist ever.
What does record sales say though?
But we know when it comes to record sales, most of the time when the big selling rap artists sold, those wasn't the necessarily great MCs. Hammer wasn't a great MC. He sold millions.
I understand.
Nelly sold millions. Was he better than Nas or Rakim?
So you missed my whole point when I said there are multiple lanes.
I know, I hear you, but if they talking big three and we talk about lyrical ability, I don't think Drake. The minute that ghostwriting thing came out against them, that was it. You already exclude yourself from that conversation.
But I see. First of all, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Because now it's like your pen is in question. We don't know if it's really him writing or if it's Quentin Miller.
But at the same time, there is no verifiable proof that dudes. It's like saying say such and such is a cheater, but ain't no proof, right? But you destroy somebody's reputation just by saying.
I'm saying, but just that rumor out there, people gonna look at him with a side eye now. Like, yo,
I know.
Is it really you? We don't know. Will the real Drake stand up?
Right. Speaking of which, I don't think you can have the conversation like I don't. Okay, so what era are we talking about? What years are we starting? 2009
with Drake? No, I'm talking about the big three, just the big three in general. When we talking about, they all was out at the same time. Drake, Kendrick, and Drake. The blog era.
Like 2010 to present.
Right.
Like because Mac Miller started out with them too, right? Remember Mac Miller?
Right. And he severely slept on.
Right. Yeah. But well, it depends on about who. Right. But yeah, I feel you. right? But if we're talking about like this era, there are so many great.
I agree.
For instance, if we're talking about a big three, man,
Mhm.
I just hey man, maybe I'm missing the boat.
I didn't start the convo. I'm just saying, for over the years, I hear about this big three: Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, and I'm like, if it was my big three of this era now, Drake wouldn't even be in there. It'd
I
be
would
somebody
have
else like
I
Conway or
would
Benny.
have Kendrick in it. I think Mac Miller is a better writer than Kendrick.
Mac,
In my
Mac Miller,
opinion.
Mac Miller was great. I feel like people got onto him now that he's dead and gone. Whereas I didn't see that. I saw it, but not to where it's like MF Doom, like cult. You know what I'm saying? Like of course they do that when you die. They appreciate you more when you're dead and gone. And I'm seeing
Right.
that with Mac Miller. But like he was consistent and like he had the independent artist to go multi-platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't done, and then to have your own MTV reality show. But he was consistent, and his music was evolving from not just rap, but going into neo soul. You know what I'm saying, and into jazz, and he could. I felt like he could give us so many more great projects. You know what I'm saying, and it's a shame that he's no longer here. But Mac Miller was great. I'm a huge Mac Miller fan. You know, same with I like early Wale before he went to MMG. I thought Wale could have been really great, and then he started chasing radio like Big Daddy Kane, and you see what happened to
And you see what
Wale.
happened to him. Yep.
Yeah. You know, Enigma said "Poppin' Tags," "Excuse Me, Miss," "The Watcher 2," "Meet the Parents" were good songs. Yeah, they were good songs on the shitty double album. Yeah, that double album was not good.
Right.
He had some good songs on there. It just wasn't a good double album. And "Excuse Me, Miss," I never cared for that song. I felt like that should have been a Snoop Dogg song. I think Snoop would have made it a bigger hit than Jake.
Right.
You know what? That's a interesting take because I was like, if you look at sensual seduction
Mhm.
and then play "Excuse Me, Miss" right after it,
Yeah.
They're both melodic.
Yep.
They're both very sensual. They're both songs that play very well with
Right.
adult crowds.
Oh yeah.
I think I like "Excuse Me, Miss" as it is. I have a bigger problem with "Me and My Girlfriend."
Oh
I
yeah, I didn't
never
like
liked
that.
that song.
Yeah.
I didn't like "A Dream."
Mhm.
I didn't like that he took Biggie's first verse from Juicy and just put it on there wholesale.
And then he
It's
had
like,
Faith Evans on the chorus.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, like, like I get it, like, you know, that's your brother, like you're paying homage, like you think you're paying homage to him. It's like, what's next? Are you want to wear the man's suit, tuxedo?
And isn't that what Nas alluded to in Ether?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and that was the knock on Jay. He was always stealing from Big or quoting Biggie's rhymes or whatever.
And I remember that song played on the radio. I'm talking about "A Dream." It played on the radio all the time.
Right.
I'm like, I couldn't believe people was giving him a pass. Like, no. He's just giving.
You was
paying
gonna
respect to
sub
his
and then,
brother.
well, bro, I'm a hat collector. I wear different hats. You might see me with a Celtics hat one day. I'm sorry to offend the Mets or Yankees fans, but I have many different hats, not just New York.
Are they calling that your loyalty?
No, don't call it my loyalty. I've been in New York from day one, born and bred.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never go Hollywood, even though some people feel like I went Hollywood. No, never that. Never that. It's always gonna be New York.
Right.
He said when I first heard "Sensual Seduction," I thought it sounded like 808's Kanye, but that was a big hit for Snoop on a shitty album. That Ego Tripping album was garbage, and I bought it.
Like
I need my money back, Snoop.
I'm gonna say something that it might be controversial. I think E40 is a better rapper than Snoop.
Wow.
Then who? I'm sorry.
Snoop.
Snoop.
E40 is a better rapper than Snoop.
Wow.
What has Snoop done since Doggy Style that's even worse?
What is he as far as music, or we talking about like overall impact?
No, I'm talking about his albums.
His albums? I feel like
Snoop.
he has 3 solid albums on No Limit, and Last Meal to me is a classic out of the 3. And Blue Carpet Treatment to me was a great album, and Rhythm and Gangster, another great album. He has some. I feel like with Snoop, people just look at him as a one album wonder. He has other classics. If you know his discography, he has other classics besides Doggy Style. It's just that Doggy Style is the album that made him who he is. Like he became a household name with Gin and Juice and What's My Name and songs like that.
No Limit Top Dog is the only other album in his discography.
You didn't like Last Meal?
Last Meal is a mixed bag because you got what's the song where Nate Dogg is on it with the East Side is a Master P.
Oh, Laylo.
That
was fire.
Laylo was dope. The song with Lady of Rage, RBX, the dog, I think it's called The Setup. I like that song.
That was fire, yeah.
But the rest of the album, it was.
Oh man.
It just felt like rehashed bullshit that I don't heard on previous albums.
Right.
And I think when you listen to Snoop rap on his albums, are you seriously telling me that Snoop is killing it? Like think of a Shiznit from Doggy Style. On Ego Trippin', on Rhythm and Gangster, is there any song on those albums where he's rapping his ass off?
But you
if I may interject, I should say this. I think that the argument on both sides is super valid. In my personal opinion, I think the 2025 Snoop is the best version of Snoop the rapper that we've ever heard.
Really?
Yep.
Right now?
Yep. Right now, yeah. Right now.
I don't think you have a song out right now that's fucking with Stranded on Death Row or the Shiznit.
No, I didn't say songmaker. I said rapper.
Rapper? I don't think rapping is best right now. What song did you hear this year that made you feel that way?
So it's several, but they came out in 2024. I don't know about.
Oh, you mean like on the Dog Pound album? Yeah, he was good on the Dog Pound album last year.
Yeah. So I think Snoop is in that pocket where the technical skill of rapping and performing and being aware of what people want to hear and selling to multicultural audiences has all come together for Snoop. Like when you see Snoop now, you don't like when I see Snoop, I keep forgetting he black. Like Snoop Snoop legit has crossed over so small that you kind of don't even notice that he black. Right? And he a street dude, former gangbanging dude. You forget about because the transition from Snoop Doggy Dogg, right? The transition from Snoopy to Snoop Dogg now, you like, bro.
Should I remind you that Snoop also had a period when he went by Snoop Lion?
Yeah.
Oh God, I hated that. That album was terrible.
Yeah, but he was crossing over. He was laying the blueprint for.
But think about all the real Jamaicans and Caribbean people you offended by coming out with that terrible album, and got nominated for Grammy for that as well.
But you know what he got on his resume?
Grammy nominated
fake reggae album. Artist, right? You feel me?
A fake reggae album. You're not even Jamaican, Snoop. Come on.
You feel me? Like, I'm not mad at him because you remember when I was here on the first part of the show. Remember when Ray was talking about we were talking about the transition being a businessman and being a bigger star.
Right.
I mentioned the Coogee Rap part.
Right.
Coogee Rap came out before Snoop Dogg, bro.
He did.
Right. And where Coogee Rap right now is still a niche artist.
He might be the most revered MC that people don't know about.
Bro, and he was out first and he dominated joints.
Right.
Might be on the greatest posse cut ever.
Mhm.
right? Possibly, depending on your. I mean, I say no. I like it though,
The
right?
Symphony.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when it first came out, and it was hands down the best when
Right.
it first came out. But then over the years, as more stuff come out, you know how.
I still put it top 3 Posse joint all time because this his verse and Kane's verse to me were like the best. You know, Marley Marl is an underrated
Over
legend.
Benjamins.
Hell yeah.
Top 3 Posse joint ever. Yes. Hell yeah. Top 3 Posse joint ever.
Over keep it moving. Keep it moving along. Keep it moving along. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving from.
Buster.
No, that's not even making my list. No. The Leaders joint? The South Story was better than that.
No,
On the Leaders album.
No, wait a minute. Better than Flip Mode Squad versus Def
Yeah,
Squad.
it was cool. It was. I didn't like the beat for that at first. I thought it was okay.
You know what?
I've heard better. I thought Eric Sermon should have produced that joint.
I felt like Lord Have Mercy should not have had the second to last verse.
Yeah,
No, he should not have.
the lineup for that joint was all over the place.
Better
You know what I'm
than-
saying? It was dope to hit them, but I'm like the beat could have been better. I didn't really care for that beat.
Better than Stranded on Death Row.
I love Stranded on Death Row. That's severely underrated. Severely underrated. Lady, the way that it started off with Bushwick Bill, rest in peace, and the way he started it off, in his eyes says we, you know, so we, but come on, man. And Lady of Rage killed it. Snoop Dogg killed it on that. Like, nah, that needs to be talked about more.
Better than Gangs All Here.
Gangs All Here. Is that the West Coast joint?
No, that's Helter Skelter.
I
Magnum
don't even
Force.
remember that. I remember La Fla La Fla. That's their classic Posse joint.
Is it better than that?
The Symphony. I will put La Fla La Fla in the top 5. I seen them perform it live, even though everybody wasn't there. But that's always been one of my favorite duck down songs. You know what I'm saying? But Symphony to me got to be in the top 5 at least, because that to me was great. Like that piano loop, and everybody remembers that. And they've done it over. Dipset had their own Dipset Symphony, and it wasn't that great.
Nah.
So let me ask you a question. Like, as far as the symphony, now Master Ace's verse is good, but it's clearly not as great as Kane
Right.
and G
And G-Rap.
So he, like Freezy mentioned, Stranded on Death Row. So which one would you take? Master Ace's verse on the symphony, or RBX's verse on Stranded on Death Row?
It's RBX. It's easy to me.
Yeah, RBX. Because he was just had a different flow. Like his voice was different, his flow was different.
Yeah.
I'm the presenter and the inventor
Yeah,
and the
definitely.
tormentor.
Yeah, Stranded on Death Row was fire. I love that beat. Everybody came correct on that.
And I love Master Ace. I'm sorry, man, but I love Master Ace's verse.
Mhm.
It's just like it's only like if Triborough brought me a brand new Honda Accord with all the bells and whistles, bro. You know what I'm saying? A brand new Honda Accord with all the bells and whistles on it, bro.
Like,
And then I look over and everybody wondering why the Bentley doors are opening like this on it. That's what it's like when you hear Kane and Coogee rap verse. Right? Like, I'm in a Honda Accord, brand new, all bells and whistles. And that Bentley car insurance costs more than the whole Honda Accord itself. With bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he did a great job.
now I'll tell you a posse cut that Master Ace shined on, the Crooklyn Dodgers joint with him and Special Ed and Buckshot.
Was that with the one with J. Ruva Damage?
Nah, that was part 2.
Oh, okay.
The first one is from Crooklyn, and then the second one was from Clockers.
Yeah.
But the first one with Special Ed, Master Ace, and Buckshot, Master Ace killed it on that joint.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, another it's not really a posse cut, but y'all remember It's the they were like a British R&B band.
Oh,
Is
Brand New Heavies. Yeah,
brand new
yeah,
heavy.
he was on Heavy Rhyme Experience Volume 1. Yeah,
Oh my god, yo,
that was fire.
Master Ace, he tore that track a new asshole.
Yeah.
Like to me, that was one of the standout songs from
Mhm.
that record.
I remember that. And they had Kubo on Who Makes the Loop. That was also on the Real to Real album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. That's an album that people don't talk about.
What, Grand Poobah?
No,
No,
Brand New Heavies.
the Brand New Heavies.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
Brand New
that-
Heavies. Oh,
Yeah,
Because that album had nothing but spitters on it.
definitely.
And and this also may be controversial.
Uh,
Are we not so sure that the Brand New Heavies didn't have the best album in that Spirit
year?
of Live Instruments more than the Roots album?
I mean, well, they were a real band. They didn't have no rappers in their crew like the Roots, though.
yeah.
What
Like
do you
Roots had Black Thought, Malik B, rest in peace, Dice Raw on occasion. You know what I'm saying? They had Spit It. Rozelle was like the beatboxer. Brand New Heavies, there was India Davenport in the band. That was it.
No, I'm talking
They
about
had-
the brand new what's the name of that?
Are you talking about the
I'm-
album from
I'm-
'92?
Heavy Rhyme Experience.
Right.
I'm talking about as far as like, do the
Oh.
Roots have an album where the like clearly the goal of a Heavy Rhyme Experience was to merge hip hop with live instruments.
Right.
Do the Roots have an album that is just as revolutionary as this
Yeah.
album?
They got Organics. That was a pretty good one. They got I would say Things Fall Apart. You know, I feel like that was like the album that got them the Grammy. You know,
I think Organics is probably closely it's more parallel to Heavy Rhyme Experience. The
Mm.
only thing about it is that Organics is very loose, and sometimes like the Roots as a band, they'll noodle and they'll groove on a vamp so much that it can get kind of boring after a
It's
while.
like you listen to a Confunction or something. You like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with the Brand New
Yeah.
Heavy Rhyme Experience, it was much more tight and concise and much more hard hitting.
Enigma asked, why didn't you download the Snoop album? Well, see, I'm from the record era, the vinyl era, when there was no internet and there was no LimeWire or Morpheus or Napster. We just went to the record store and bought the album.
Yeah.
So many times I bought the album just by listening to like one song and not hearing the song at all. So when I get home and I play Ego Tripping, I was heavily disappointed in the Snoop album. You know what I'm saying? But I kept that. I still have the album. I just don't like it.
And I will never forgive Snoop for Dogfather.
Yeah, that wasn't. And I've heard people say that was a classic album. I'm like, what are y'all hearing? Compared to Doggy Style, what are y'all hearing? Yeah, people sit there and say that Dogfather was a classic. I'm like, y'all not hearing the same album I heard.
Bro, I remember. Do you remember the first single from Dogfather?
That was Snoop Upside Your Head.
Yo, honestly, did you feel like, man,
No.
Yo, like, oh my God, I can't
Nope.
wait to hear this album based
Nope.
on that? Exactly. You knew it was going to be.
If the single don't catch you, especially if this is your heavily anticipated sophomore album, if the first single don't catch you, then what does that say about the album?
And that was around the time when he was like Charlie Wilson was by his side at every at every video, every interview, every
Charlie Wilson was signed as a solo artist to Death Row. He just never came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yo,
Snoop Dogg, I've seen Snoop Dogg live. He don't even perform shit from that album.
Yo, if you go on YouTube, when Snoop performed at the Apollo around the time that the Dogfather dropped, yo, go look this up. You had Snoop performing The Vapors, right? And of course, obviously, it's from the sample is from Papa Don't Take No Mess,
right?
I love Charlie Wilson I love Charlie Wilson, but Charlie Wilson, he was happy as can be.
Yeah, he was,
singing along to the Vapors, and
yeah,
like he's like Snoop just walked off stage, and Charlie Wilson
mhm,
he's performing like it's his own concert,
right.
like riffing on "Papa Don't Take No Mess" like for 5 minutes,
Yeah, I
and
didn't.
it's like
That's like one of those Snoop albums I didn't care for. I just felt like he had so much hype and buzz around it, but it's like it came out at the wrong time because Paca just passed away. They came out with Machiavelli. Machiavelli was blowing up all over the place when that came out.
man, and also, damn, like y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't like a few weeks before that didn't Iron Man come out?
Iron Man was, I think that was that October '96 or November? I know it was either October, November '96.
That was a weird time for Snoop to put out an album.
Yeah,
Because
I mean
there was
everybody
so
was
much
competing
competition.
against like everybody was every Tuesday when albums came out, everybody was competing against each other. So it was tough.
Right.
Because I know I bought Muddy Waters
Yeah,
around that time, but
I think Muddy Waters was November '96, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah,
yeah, man. So needless to say, when Dogfather came out, like when I listened to it, I threw that shit out.
yeah. I was disappointed hearing it. I'm like, I never even bought it. I remember hearing it like, I had a friend that had the cassette. He bought the cassette. And I was like, I'm
Me
not
too.
buying this. I
Me
bought
too.
Machiavelli instead. I bought that on cassette when that came out. But I was like, man, I'm not buying it. I still don't have it. I never bought Dogfather.
I think that was one of those things where Death Row was like, you know what? Damn, like our cash cow is dead.
Right.
We need some more product to boost up the retained earnings of the label. Snoop, I don't care if the album isn't finished. We're gonna put it out.
Right.
It
Right.
just sounds unfinished.
They rushed it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. They rushed it out.
Yo, I feel you. Feel you about the Snoop point. I just want to say this thing about the brand new heavies though.
Mhm.
It's not a comparison with the Roots.
Okay.
They are so much better than the Roots to me.
Mhm.
And I'm not disrespecting the Roots because y'all know I hold the Roots in such a high esteem. But the creativity of the brand new heavies, like I think this is brand new heavies hit their peak right before Guru stepped off to start doing the Jazzmatazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
And so the brand new heavy song with Coogee Rap, y'all remember that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the brand new heavy song with
Death Threat. Was it Death Threat?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the song they got with Extra P,
Yeah.
where they just chanting back and forth.
Mhm.
Brand new heavies, main sauce, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the most top selling hip hop songs of all time, Jump and Move. People forget how Disney turned that song into a bro. I think that song might have sold more than Thriller, bro. Like the Jump and Move song from that the movie thing, Happy Feet or whatever.
Right.
With the jump and move and jump and move and jump and move and stuff. Bro, that like the brand new heavy, and no disrespect to the Roots, because the Roots has some cultural classics.
Yeah.
Right? But
Mm-hmm.
I mean the brand new heavy, and we forget they British.
Right.
The mix of the mix of
Yeah.
So it's like, man, when we talk about the brand new heavies, if we talk about groups, I do think they should be on a group hip hop Mount Rushmore. I don't know if they're all rap, if they're all chant, if they're all
that's the thing. They're not all rap because they went into like club and dance music. So
but if you look at the brand new heavies work with Guru, with Master Ace, that was revolutionary.
Right. It was.
At that time, rap, the way rap was being talked about, especially in the music press back then, like rap is beneath all of these other genres. it's it's second class music. This is music that's going to be a fad. It's going to pass.
Right.
And it was looked at as something that wasn't real music.
Right.
And the brand new heavies, the way that they merged hip hop over live drum beats and live bass and live horns, it sounded like like a genuine synthesis of multiple genres. And
Right.
this was around the time when Gangstar had Manifest, Words That I Manifest, and they was doing they was working with Wynton Marsalis, not
Right.
Wynton, but Branford
Branford
Marsalis.
Marsalis, yeah.
So
Right.
this was like this time it was like ideas were incubating.
Right.
And
Right.
Gangstar, Brand New Heavies, they were right in the thick of it. So
Oh,
by
yeah.
the time the Roots started to put out Organics and Illadelph, Half Life,
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah.
they're classic, but it's kind of like when you get shocked for the first time.
Mm.
You never forget that experience, and when you get shocked again,
Right.
you kind of know how to deal with it. That's how I felt like when I heard the Roots. Like, it's still great, but the impression that the Brand New Heavies left on me,
Right.
it was something that it wasn't. It may not have been better, but it was just different.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I feel like Brand New Heavies is forgotten about. Like them and Gangstar really was like at the forefront to combine jazz and hip hop, like
And
those audiences.
And to be totally honest with you, they were on Delicious Vinyl.
Right.
And at this time, when Master Ace signed with them, I felt like Far Side had a far better record than Master Ace.
Yeah.
I felt like Brand New Heavies definitely had they weren't hip hop per se.
Right.
Delicious Vinyl was on fire.
They was.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Yo, that Tone Loc.
Mm-hmm.
See,
His first album was great.
Yeah, to this day, man, like, I don't know why Slaughterhouse, the Master Ace Incorporated, does not jive with me or sitting on Chrome. I don't know what it is about that sound that just turned me off.
Yeah.
I think we felt like it was an East Coast cat that was trying to do what the West was doing.
Yeah, it just didn't seem authentic.
But it was a banging album though. Like he to incorporate like the lowrider culture into what he was doing with the videos and having the 808s, and I felt like the West was running things at that time. It wasn't all about Bad Boy. The West was running.
But here's the thing, Tron. Wasn't he always experimental? The dude was experimental since day one we saw him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's always been that guy. Yo, he did a video with a puppet on his lap.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, he was always that way, bro.
Right. But we in 95 we didn't see it like that because it was all about Death Row and Bad Boy, and it was like he came out of nowhere with this sound, and it was like what is Master Ace doing? You from Brooklyn and you doing what do you do? We think you was Warren G? Like what you doing?
And you're right. Master Ace, he was always experimenting, but the difference was when he made Take a Look Around on Cold Chillin', it felt like this was who he truly is, like a kid from Coney Island, Brooklyn,
right?
Who's studious. He is not street. He comes from a middle class upbringing. Then a couple years later, this dude is like Jeep ass nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Rolling down the street. Like it just felt like I like maybe it's not fair, and I can be wrong, but it just felt like it was contrived. Like,
Right.
yeah, we gotta, like you're a flagship artist, and this is the popular sound of the day. Like,
And the thing is, we wanted to bash what the West. I feel like he made it understandable to the East was that we love to bump music loud in our rides, just like the West do. And I felt like that was like his interpretation of what the West Coast sound was to him, and making it for the East Coast cast to be like, oh well, he's not trying to copy what the West is doing, but like just we love the same things that they love. We love cars just like them. We love we love this the big sound systems just like them. And I felt like that's what it was more about than anything. I mean, but when he first came out, I was looking at it like that too. Like Warren G came over here and saved Def Jam, and he a West Coast artist. I'm like, so Master Ace is going out to the West to do what they doing?
Yeah,
You know?
I understand the sensibility there
Right.
because I felt the same way.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I felt the same way about Ralph Tresvant. On the and not I'm just keeping it. Y'all remember Ralph Tresvant on the Mo Money soundtrack? Remember the
Right.
song him, Janet Luther?
Yes.
And then you saw Ralph at that time, and he was always like ice grilling.
Right.
Remember when the phrase ice grilling had came out?
Yes. Yes.
Shooting
Yeah.
the ice grill, son. What you
Yeah.
looking at, son? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And Ralph Tresvant shooting the ice grill right after you drop Stone Cold Gentleman or the
Yo.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'll even do you one better. I felt like Ralph Tresvant, he was fronting on that. You remember the remix of Word to the Mother when he was rapping with Bobby
Yes.
Brown?
In the Bobby,
The
yeah.
way he was mugging in the camera.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
come on,
they
bro.
still from Boston though. That's the mean parts of Boston. They still from Boston. You know what I'm saying?
Boston
So
is
it's
thorough, bro. We ain't playing no games with Boston, bro.
I
We're
didn't-
in the
I-
road.
I know they're not posting anything, but it was just like it was comical because Ralph, he was rapping like he's like he's about to stick you up or something. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, agreed.
Like-
Agreed.
like-
No, I'm with you. I'm with
people
you.
look at New Kids on the Block like all they was hanging tough and Please Don't Go Girl. They from Dorchester. Dorchester is a bad part of Boston.
Yeah,
They were not like on some petty some
and
peppy
them,
shit.
all them from the same place. Crazy.
Like Mark Wahlberg got a rap sheet. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that dude.
Yeah. But the reason why I just brought up Ralph Tresvant though is because I understand what you mean about how what I'm saying you enter one way and then when you see you again you look a different way. Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
This is the thing that I was saying. About how you just described Master Ace.
Right.
Some people feel the same way about Big Daddy Kane, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
But-
Kane. My bad.
Oh no, I was gonna say, but the irony is that in '93, Master Ace had a more successful record than Kane had in years.
Right.
Yep.
If you look at Sitting on Chrome, I think that went close to platinum because I know the singles went gold.
Yeah.
But Big Daddy Kane at that same period, like he was putting out Show and Prove and
Oh,
trying to reignite the fire with ODB, Kane, ODB, Hove, and Shaheem. It was like they were on two divergent trajectories.
right.
And Ace had found a lane where he had the best successful run of his career.
And we at that time we just didn't care about Kane. Like I remember when Kane came out with In the PJs. I'm like, yeah, it's dope, but
It's all right.
I ain't rushing out to get Daddy's Home. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and keep it in a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? So I got both albums. I can't remember.
Yes.
I don't think I bought them. Somehow they ended up in my house. I'm gonna just say that. Right? You know how like you like, yo, how did I get this? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so when I listened to the last two albums, I'm like, yo, the production is pretty damn good.
It's good, yeah. Production is dope.
Yeah.
Well,
Kane though sounded
just,
like
the label didn't promote it.
Yeah, but Kane sounded like the dude that was just a little bit too old to be with your group.
Yeah.
Like you know how your age group be hanging out. Like with me, I'm in my late 50s, right?
Right.
And you know, we be talking about stuff. We like, yo, we gonna do such. And then a dude come around, he be like 68, come hang with us. Like he just a little bit too old to be with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, right? Not saying he
Right.
ain't cool, right? But when we start talking about rap and all that, and then he started talking about the Delphonics, I'm
Right.
like, you know how dude just be
Right.
like he cool, he on the edge, like just on the outside. That's what Kane felt like
Yeah.
in that pre-Jay-Z era, in that
I agree.
pre-Big L era.
I agree.
That's the reason why. Because how you get a record deal, that was a dope sample,
That was dope. Yeah.
right? But the sad part is it came out at the same time as a song called Roughneck.
Mm-hmm.
Got a who, got a
Yep.
what? And you like,
Yeah.
Kane get his ass whooped by
Yeah.
MC Light right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Dope
Like,
album. It was,
Yeah, like
again, the Limp Coastal ain't promoted, and then the Daddy Song album, like both of those videos for in the PJs and Show and Proof, he's in the PJs with those videos.
yeah,
I'm like, you're so like past this already, King. What are you doing?
And you know, another, you know, a telling thing is that I didn't understand why why he had a remix for Enough Respect. When
Exactly.
Enough Respect was out for more than a year.
Exactly.
That told me that we don't have enough strong songs on this album.
Right.
So let's
You didn't need a remix.
yeah, like we got to include a song that the streets know, and hopefully it'll draw people in.
Exactly.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, but he's right though.
But now
Because
that I hear
like
it,
the
think
Juice soundtrack came out in 91. I think came out like on New Year's Day. And
92? Juice, and it came out 93.
the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
And the Looks Like a Joppa was 93. And I'm like, why is there a remix for Enough Respect on it? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we didn't need no remix for that.
Right. Because I remember what song is Don't Be Afraid on? Is it on Juice or Boomerang?
It's on Juice.
Right. So I remember the joint coming on in the club.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I have you all to myself. And we, you know what I'm saying? We in the club, you know, we're like, oh snap. Is this no, Hand to the Man? I thought it was R. Kelly. Hand to the Man. Because at the time when I heard Vibe,
right,
I was like, yo, is that the new Guy song? Vibe.
Right.
Vibe. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like when I heard a public announcement, I felt like this is like a New Jack. This is like a 2-bit version of what Guy would have done with New Jack Swing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Same tempo.
Yeah.
Same feel. Same musical aesthetic.
Right. But Jive Artists also had a certain what's the word I'm looking for? Not they wasn't copycat, but they had like the
Player.
And if I say Jive had a vibe, I'm gonna sound like a cornball.
Jive had a vibe.
But Jive Artists at that time had a certain thing about them, like
sensibility.
Yeah, like High Five was on Jive too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like High Five, all of them, they had a certain. And now that we look back on it, we know it was Teddy Riley. I mean, or Teddy Riley and R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment, you don't know.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm like, yeah, and then how it relates to Big Daddy Kane, bro. I just felt like he was not embracing the older brother thing, even though the dude was only 23.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The dude, and then he dropped you notice he dropped the album in the greatest year we consider in hip hop, and we never talk about it. Him specifically.
94.
Like 93, 94, that era.
Yeah.
Like that 2 years, and we rarely talk about Kane.
I didn't care.
What do we talk about Kane, bro?
I didn't care about Kane during those years though. I mean, because it was like, he's out, but I didn't rush to buy shit from him at that point.
And B for me to say this, being from Detroit, but correct me if I'm wrong. it was J. Ruva Damager that had one of the best albums from his
Mhm.
world.
Yeah, we cared more about
So
J.
that's
Ru at that
another
time.
thing.
Yeah,
You talking
Like-
with Come Clean on it?
yeah. The sunrises in the east.
Yeah.
For us it was J. Ru and Boot Camp. That's who we were rocking with at that point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, Kane was like an afterthought. I'm like, oh, Kane dropped something. Okay.
Bro, like you ever heard Fat Joe tell a story about how he heard Come Clean for the first time?
Nah, what do you lie
Like,
about
when he
now?
heard well, for one, you know Fat Joe was lying.
Right.
But when he talk about like when he first heard it, I had the same experience. No, like you remember when the big mailbox used to be on the corner? Remember the big blue mailboxes?
Yes, the blue box. Yeah,
Yeah, and we just hang out there, whatever, like little
Right.
graffiti, little tag, wait
Right.
for the bus, whatever.
Mhm.
So I was on the corner on the corner of Carteret and Garfield,
right.
and I could hear the dude driving, and I could hear the Come Clean beat.
Mhm.
What the?
What is that? Yeah,
And now, mind you, I'm out at the time. I'm not a music expert now. Back then, though,
Mhm.
bro, you couldn't tell me about no music. I knew everything about music back then.
right.
But I'm just sitting there, like, I hear the beat, and it's so unfamiliar.
Right.
And I'm like, the dude turned the car. I'm like so impressed. I like flag the dude, trying to flag the dude. Yo, my man.
Right. Yep.
And yo, he hard. He punching because he was on Garfield and Carteret. He thought he was going to jack him or something. I'm
Yeah.
not that type of guy, right? That's not me. That's not my style. But you know, if you can imagine you driving and somebody just start flagging you down, you don't know, running to the car. I'm
Right.
trying to figure out what song that is. And so I run upstairs. By the time I get to the radio, it's the end of the song on Kiss. Right?
Yeah.
And remember how you used to call the radio station like, yo,
Yep.
my man, play that song you just played. And you're
Right.
like, nah, B, get off the phone. Y'all remember when you used to call the radio station?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Rude as hell.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, B, get off the phone. Next. What you want? Say, no. And so it wasn't until I had to wait till like, it's like 2 days. I kept missing the song.
Right.
And finally, I was just laying in the bed with the radio playing, right?
Right.
And then I hear it from the beginning, and I'm like, I jump up and I go hit pause on the thing
Right.
to record it.
The recording.
Yeah, and then I record it and I listen to it all night. Next day, I go to the Square and buy the single. I don't know. I think the single was out before the album.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I went and bought the single, and I looked. I was like, J. Ru Damager, this the dude from I'm the Man.
Mm.
This the dude that was on the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, you know what I'm saying, Gangsta, all
Right.
these dudes, Group Home, all these dudes together.
Mhm.
Right. And so I'm like, yo, you know how like when you hear somebody for the first time, you think it's like, I'll give you an example. It's like the first time, it's like when you saw Crush Groove for the first time.
Right.
And you see the kid walk in with the radio. And they like, nah, we ain't doing no more, man. Nah. He's like, yo, box. and he do Can't Live Without My Radio. And you like, yo,
Yep.
that cat's special.
That's my joint.
Yep, that cat. Or the first time you heard Dr. Dre talk about this rapper he got coming out.
Mhm.
And everybody like, everybody at that time, everybody had a rapper coming out.
Right.
Even rappers that was coming out had rappers coming out.
Right.
Facts.
And
Yep.
so you like, and then you hear this thing, the sample come on.
Mhm.
Well, My Name Is for Eminem.
Yep.
And you
Oh,
see it
man.
for the first time.
They said when I heard that song, I didn't know what he looked like because they had played it on Church and Barbito.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he was white. I'm like, yo, I've been hearing this song for weeks, and then I finally see the video. I'm like, this is the same song,
This
and
is
he's
the
white.
same
I'm like,
song.
but he's dope, you know what I'm saying? And then when I found out that Dr. Dre was behind it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fire.
This is gonna be fire, bro.
Yes.
The first lines that I can remember from him is, "Hi kids, do you like Promise?
Right.
Do you want to see me stick 9-inch nails in
Yeah.
each one of my eyelids?
Eyelids. Yeah.
Copy me and do exactly like I did. Try Sid and get messed up worse than my life is." Yo, when I heard him say that, bro, I was like, wait a
Right.
minute. This dude knows
Yeah.
Promise and 9-inch nails.
The lyrics was shocking, and I'm like, I never heard. We didn't hear nothing like that before.
Bro,
Like he was talking about his mom and all that. I'm like, we didn't hear nothing like that. I'm like, I want to hear more.
Yes.
You know,
Like
and
how the world get paused just for a
right,
moment.
yeah,
Right. Like the first time you heard Luther Vandross do Never Too Much. When
right,
you hear dun, 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 dun,
yes,
dun, and you're like, this is a moment happening right here.
right,
Right. This is a moment. This is like one of the moments, like, like the first time you heard Patrice Rushen after you heard Casey and the Sunshine Band for 10 years.
right. Hell yeah.
You're like, oh, this is and that's how I felt like about J. Rue the Damager. Not that I
Right.
wanted to do anything to that kid. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Right. Like the first time we heard NWA.
Yeah. It was different.
Yeah, man.
You know.
I think Mac Miller was on the way to be that guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. He was ascending. You know, and right, it's always like that, right? Like with the artists when they're about to peak, you know, something bad happens.
Yeah.
And I saw it from when he dropped the kids mixtape all the way to you know the Feminine Divine and you know all the other great stuff he was planning on coming out with, and then it's like he had an album with Pharrell that was planning on dropping.
Yeah.
While y'all
was talking, I was listening to a song called Loud. I don't know if y'all heard that song before.
Yes, I remember that.
Loud
yeah.
by Mac Miller. I was listening to that.
That was on the Macadelic album.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that was my joint. That was one of my favorites, and it's a shame.
Yeah, you know, another I was when you was talking, you jogged my memory, and I remember the first time I heard this song, and the MC that made his debut on this song, this dude's vocabulary, albeit some of it was exaggerated, you know, he was making up words, but the first time I heard Hostile, with Eric Sermon and Keith Murray, I felt like this dude, like I know this dude spent at least part of his, you know, time, battling, because his rhyme style was that of a battle MC.
Yeah.
Like the way he would tack the mic, and, you know, mentioning the medulla, and the equilibrium. Like this dude, like I felt like this dude had just, you know, I felt like he had wrote that rhyme after he did, you know, an exam in science class, and he just finished answering the Scantron.
I mean, even with that song Hostile, it didn't catch me like until I heard him on when he came out with The Most Beautifulest Thing in the World. And after I'm like, oh, this is the dude from the Hostile joint. Yep. I'm like, oh, I fuck with him. Like I like his wordplay and everything.
Yeah. That sample for The Most Beautifulest Thing in the World.
Yes.
That sample. Eric Sermon is a great sample.
Definitely a legend.
Yeah.
Enigma said it's depressing. We'll likely never see another cultural phenomenon like him again. Eminem is referring to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think we are in that group where man, I'm gonna say that, and I'm saying this respectfully and out of love.
Right.
I think we, the three of us, are in that era of the game is kind of passing us by a little bit, and not because we can't keep up with the game. Some of that shit that we just don't. Our ears just don't rock with. You feel me?
I agree.
And so I don't say that disrespectfully. I say that with the utmost respect, and I think that's the way it should be received. Like we legit have a sweet spot for what we like in terms of hip hop and rap and chant, reggae, whatever it is, whatever hip hop music we like to listen to. We all have like a sweet spot. Like for me, I think my sweet spot legitimately is from about 84 to 94. And then things outside of 94, I gotta kind of force myself to, like when y'all talk about Jay-Z albums, I'm like, yeah, I probably heard that album once or twice, but I ain't really
wasn't
you know what I'm saying? It ain't really, I didn't listen to it like I listened to Ready to Die.
Right.
right? Or I didn't listen to it like I listened to all of the great A Tribe Called. Well, all of them are great,
Yeah.
right? All of them are great, but I don't listen to them like I listen to the Tribe Called Quest albums,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
when I say that, I don't mean I stopped listening. I'm saying as time went on, I listened less and less and less up to the current day.
Right.
Like legit. If y'all don't tell me about the new Freddie Gibbs album, I
Uh-huh.
probably won't even buy it.
You didn't listen to it.
Right. Right. Like legit. While we were sitting here, I bought the new Kwame album, and I bought the brand new Heavies album.
Oh,
Like while we just sitting here,
dope.
because Kwame is new, even though he old,
Right.
and the brand new Heavies is old,
Right.
but classic.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I believe in supporting. You know, I believe in.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and Kwame's, and not to interrupt, but Kwame's album is very modern sounding, but it's not. It's not trendy. Like it's not. It's not trying to ride certain waves or trends. Like I was very impressed at how much Kwame retained his unique perspective as far as like being, not nerdy. Nerdy is a misnomer, but someone that loves to learn, somebody that loves to be curious about new things. Like that's what I heard on that album.
right.
Yeah.
So I felt like, if if I put it to you like this: if Kwame was on Mass Appeal, I think this album would be better received, and it would be talked about in the same manner as Supreme Clientele 2. That's how good it is.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally like.
Gotta hear it.
I'm telling you, like Kwame, like when I heard that album, I felt like, man, he's still creative. He still finds a way to explore new musical ideas and make them fresh, make them sound interesting and not vapid.
What's the name of his new album?
I'll tell you here in a second. Let me see.
I haven't listened to him in like 30 years, so I don't know what to expect from him.
It is. Oh, come on,
Different
Apple.
kids. Different kids.
Different
Yeah,
kids?
the different kids. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. That's it.
He
Apple
definitely was different, so
they trying to sell
he
me
got the
something.
right title.
Yeah, and one of the videos he got a polka dot tie on, which is fire.
Right. See, that's his trademark, the polka dots.
Yeah.
I like that.
That Miss Mary Mack. Oh my God, that's
I like that.
That's a banger right there.
Yeah,
I gotta hear this. Hear the album.
You gonna do an album review for Kwame or not?
We could do it. I wasn't planning on it, but I mean, I feel like we could definitely do that because I don't feel like a lot of people either they don't know about him or they don't care about him.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, yeah. Yo, hey, yeah. I'm gonna get out of here so I can get on these phones in a few hours.
Yeah.
Man. I hate that.
Hey, we're about to wrap up anyway, Unc. So I'm glad you can make it.
I'll just wrap up by saying this one more thing about Kwame. I wish he stops. I don't want him to keep telling that Biggie story about how Biggie.
Yeah, he got to stop. Please.
Yeah.
We already know about it.
It just makes him seem pathetic and seem like he is trying to get sympathy. Like, dude, you are a legend. You were a legend before Biggie dissed you. You are a legend after Biggie dissed you. Like, let it go, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I agree. But thank you, Unc. Thank you, Ray. I know he fell asleep. Thank you, Rock, as always. We definitely gonna be back next week. And shout out to everybody that came through, the usual people, Ray and Enigma and Sam. I see you. And we out.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
All right, peace, y'all. I'm going.